Lon's not here, so I thought I would do it.
Welcome to the show. We're glad you're here. Grab a cold one, maybe up here.
Big old glass of apple whiskey.
Alert! In the chat, giveaway prizes. Heck, maybe we'll give away Uncle Bill's cowboy hat. Jim says sidekick, wouldn't you know? Uncle Extra Medium in the show. Smash that like button and subscribe. Let's all be part of hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe. Hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, and all those ships at sea, welcome to Uncle Bill's Saturday Night Hangar Talk with, well, some of us.
Yeah.
Some of us, yeah. Others may be joining. I made this, I put this stream together in, 10 minutes ago. So, people are still showing up, I guess, but welcome in. And I Dominic, how are things in apparently tropical Australia?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit hairy out here. It's
I was commenting on your
nearly
back.
90 degrees, and the humidity is rising heavily.
No?
That's what she said.
Not for you.
But not to you. Well, you could use that in almost every other sentence. Okay, let's head it over to Mark. Mark, how are things in jolly old?
Extremely wet.
Wet. That's
Yeah.
what.
That's
that's
what
what
she said, but not to you. Extremely wet. Like, okay. Name something different, something new that's going on in it.
That is nothing new in England.
No, it's not. I'm surprised you people don't have gills. But
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's true.
That's true. Artie, how's
Yes.
Colorado?
Oh, warm and windy today. Unusually warm for this time of year. And we're well under the snowpack up in the mountains. So we're getting some hopefully needed snow on Tuesday.
Oh, did I forget to send Lloyd a link?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I thought I did.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I did the same thing to Lloyd. I didn't hit send. The link was sitting there. Oh, maybe I didn't send it to Lon.
No,
No, I sent it to Lon. He's just blowing us off. Sorry, Lloyd. It was the link was there. It stays there. But it just didn't want to
right
leave.
there. Just didn't press that button.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Once it was gone.
I am.
For
sorry.
Bills, didn't want to go.
Hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe.
For what?
Brad.
You giving something away?
My brother.
Well, anyway,
Giggles.
did you guys see that holding picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I see at work all the time.
Here's Lloyd.
Lloyd Mendenhall. Hi, Lloyd.
Hey,
Lloyd.
Lovely to see you. And what's going on with you?
not a thing. Well, same old. I decided to trim my beard a little bit today, and unfortunately, the trimmer got away from me, so went a little shorter than I intended it. But other than that,
It's good.
yeah, that, and I'm having to clean out my refrigerator because it died on me this week.
No.
Buy a new one. So yeah, other than that, everything's good. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, Lloyd, took the plunge this week as well.
Do I?
I bought a P1S
There
Oh,
it
did
is.
you?
with the
To the
the-
basketball there?
with the aim
AMS? Yeah.
with the
No.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll love it.
uh-huh.
That's a that's the skee ball. We have two skee balls. They're called ice ball, and apparently somebody thought it was a good idea to use a basketball in the
Uh,
skee ball. Yeah,
Yes, not a good.
yeah, that's the kind of stuff I fix at work.
How are we,
Well,
Alexis?
that's-
hey, Alexis.
Why?
Howdy.
Well, hello
Long
there.
time. Long time, huh?
Yeah, I send you a link every single week. Your messenger, whatever it's called, it's probably
Yeah.
really boring for me because it's the same. Bleep, bleep, bleep.
Oh no, I appreciate it. I've just been busy trying to make enough money to keep my head above water. So,
Oh.
doing a lot of. Let me get this. Doing a lot of Ubering.
Ubering. Okay.
Doing an uber amount of Ubering.
Ah. Oodles of Ubering.
The long
Ubering.
keeping it afloat, and that's
Nick's going to start that shit up. All right, nephew.
I like
Nick.
your shirt, Artie.
Oh, thank you. It's,
You look Slave and DeBoner. What is that? All right, we'll make art big because we're. There we go.
South
Oh,
Oh,
Texas
yes.
Flying
Oh, yeah.
Club. Yeah.
got
Hey,
that from Mike
that-
Wright.
that would be a really good trick if you could manage it.
What's that?
Making art big.
That's what she said.
Not you.
Not to you.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Well, anyway, good to see you all.
it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not been the best. I've been having a lot of problems with my
That's
legs,
hard.
and my feet, and the pain and all that stuff has not gone away. And
Yeah.
trying to get Medicare Part B enacted has been a real pain in the butt. It's still not. It was supposed to be active as of July 1st, before Jeff passed away.
Oh.
Uh, I have submitted applications probably a dozen times since then. I even had a professional license person that, somebody that's licensed in Texas to
Hmm.
take over and go into my SOCH and get the letter that was needed from Jeff's office showing I had life or health insurance. And that hasn't helped. So I don't know what's going on. So it cost me $125 to go to the doctor, whereas it used to be $10. So it's just hustle bustle, trying to keep everything going. I'm glad I brought the spinners for this coming up drone get together thing.
They're sitting right over there in the corner of my room. Like two boxes of them. They're very heavy.
Yeah, they are.
So
Yeah.
that's so I didn't move them.
Well, send me a couple whenever you get a chance. I'd like to have
Okay.
those keepsakes.
Yeah, I meant to do that actually.
I probably won't be there just because of I don't have anybody to watch the animals, and
Oh, yeah.
I have to be here every night. Yeah, there they are.
Ah, cool.
Those
Yeah.
are nice. Different
Very
color than last year. Last year was green.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, well, this is easier to show with a green screen. With
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the blue. Yeah, very nice.
so good to see
Very,
you,
very
Uncle Bill, Mark, and
Well,
boy,
thank you.
it's been forever. And
Mm.
Artie.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It has.
What's up, Chuck?
Chuck's here. Yeah.
You guys remember Greg from Oz by Drone?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
His mother passed away this week.
Oh. Oh no.
I am
Yeah,
so sorry.
she-
No, you told me that she was really having a hard time.
Yeah.
she had cancer, and it just she was at home and with her family, and they brought her home, and he told me that, and then next day later he wrote me and told me she'd passed. So
Mm.
Well, I'm very sorry for her passing, and Greg and family. I mean, that's a heartache that
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I lost my mom about 8 years ago, but I just passed the 5-month mark with Jeff since he died.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm still I'm still messed up from it. No denying that.
Kind of numb.
Yeah.
Yeah, head spinning. I don't know what the logic is behind it, if there is one. It's like, don't know. And being alone in this house is just,
Michael.
it's a feeling that I
Do,
don't.
do, Alexis,
Hey,
do you ever
Michael.
do you ever get out and do stuff just to get out from the four walls? Like sometimes.
She's out all the time. You missed it. She's an Uber driver. She's been Ubering
Yeah.
her brains
Oh,
out.
nice, nice.
Yeah, I try to be home every night. I got down to McAllen, it was actually another little town, but then I drove into McAllen to supercharge in a Tesla. I don't remember the name of it. It started with an A, but it was a guy that wanted to Uber drive from Corpus Christi to McAllen area. And so I took it after a full day's drive. I was about ready to shut the app off, so that ride helped, but I didn't get down there. It was at the end of the day. I got pulled over on the way down there. That was crazy. Because I have a light up on my dash that says Tesla, and because it's animated, it's the Texas Department of whatever they call it.
Motor vehicles.
It's animated, so it goes. It has the Uber symbol that comes up, and then it goes. The Tesla fills in, and then it goes away, and then it comes back, but it's in red, white, and then blue. And the cop said, he goes, well, I've never seen a police Tesla vehicle. He goes, there may be some out there, but you're not allowed to have that. He said you can have it saying Tesla, but it can't be in red, can't be in blue, and it can't be animated. I've had that in my car since 2022 and never had any cop say anything about it. So I just said, okay.
She's treating it like ground effect lights or
Yeah.
Or lights. You know what I mean? Like I have brake lights on the Harley that blink 3 times when I step on my brake. But I don't have the right kind. Mine just keep blinking. Until I take my foot off the brake. They're really only supposed to do it 3 times and then stop. So fortunately, Ford is flat, and I don't have to sit there with my foot on the brake at a red light. I'd make them nuts behind me. But anyway, that's not legal. But certain colors obviously aren't legal.
Yeah.
Emergency vehicles and police.
So I said, okay. I said, tell me when they go off. So I started unplugging stuff, and I got the right plug. And he goes, okay, you're good. He goes, I'm just going to write warning. I didn't get a citation.
Is there a way to change the colors?
Yeah, I can do whatever I want. I just haven't had time to do it. I just left it off.
Like if you did like amber and white and
yeah, but you can't have it animated.
So when.
Yeah, but I think the color. I think the brightness of the colors is what drew him to your car to begin with. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have seen. Or can you see the animation? Oh, you can see the animation from outside because that's your Tesla. That's your Uber sign. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's not my Uber sign. It's a thing I bought off of Amazon. It's about probably a foot long or more. And it's a flat. It's a flat LED.
The sign that you got.
What's that?
The sign that you got for doing the Uber, it had the red and blue lights.
I don't use that. No, I don't use the thing I got from Uber. It's stupid. It's a little white box that just it's white and you can't read it anyway, and it's just stupid. I just out in the garage. I've never used it.
Oh,
maybe one day, and I was like, okay, this is dumb. But I can put Uber on there and just have it as a, have it as a color that's not red or blue, and make sure it doesn't blink or move.
Right, it doesn't animate. Right, right.
Yeah.
I'm good.
While the vehicle's moving, you can actually sit.
Yeah, I'm not looking for trouble. I'm looking.
No.
So I just complied. I told him what
Alexis,
a cool job he has and how I would love to do that job. I mean,
Alexis, look what you did. There's 32 people watching this stream. That's the first time that's happened in months, and I think it's because you popped in. Yeah. Yeah.
And he had a U.S. Border Patrol character with him. I looked at one came up one side of the car, one came up the other.
Hello, Brenda.
And so I put windows down.
Brenda.
So,
Sorry, we have to say hi to Brenda. I'm sorry.
Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
Yeah.
Brenda.
You heard
Hey,
that.
Brenda.
I know you're struggling, but you sound better.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
sound way better than you did the last time I talked to you.
So Alexis, when
God
you're
bless.
out there like doing like Uber and everything, like you haven't had any episodes where you like pick up a bunch of drunk people or anything, have you?
Uh,
I'd imagine.
one time I did. It was a bunch of college students, and I found an empty beer can. I didn't know that there was 3 college kids in the back of the car. Hold on, let me get up. Let me go get a drink. Now that we're talking about beer, right? And I don't even drink beer, so.
You might want to turn the camera off next time you do that.
Oh, I got shorts on.
Just saying, you know.
Everybody.
Now
yeah.
your viewership will go up to about 90.
Yeah.
It actually dropped to 24. All right, you might want to say hello before everybody
wants to
leaves.
look at grandma's hoochie.
Yeah.
So,
Isn't that a country song?
So-
Grandma's hoochie.
one of the college kids left this in the car.
Oh.
Back
Oh, that's an
pocket.
unopened one. That was mighty nice of him.
Yeah, no, I open
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
Oh.
That's
That's
not
it.
my tip. And the other college kid sitting there, well, there was 3 of them in the back seat, right? And the college kid that was sitting behind me left that in his pocket, in the back door pocket. The college
Oh,
kid that was
God.
sitting in the back right, he had sucked his down, and there was an empty can there. I didn't even know that they were drinking. But yeah, to answer your question, it's happened that time. And they weren't really drunk. They were just enjoying life,
Mhm.
Yeah, you haven't had anybody like spew like inside your car or anything, have you?
I had a pregnant lady where her water broke.
Oh.
Oh god. Oh my
And
god.
all that messed up.
God, that's a hard choice. What would you rather, spew or afterbirth in the or whatever? Or I mean,
Yeah.
actually, water break. I think is what I would take because it's mostly
I'd rather have the water breaking.
saline.
And the thing of it is, and that was a long time ago. That was way before Jeff passed. Thank you, Sunstar. I appreciate your prayers, honey.
What in the name of God? Did you see that ice cube jump out of my glass?
Yeah.
No.
This glass is half empty. See where it is? It's here. And I went like this, and I didn't throw it hard. I just physics. I
Yeah, there you
put it
go.
in my mouth, and one went bleak,
Ah.
like on its own, just jumped out of the glass.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Uncle Bill, look.
You
I'm
just
working.
can't moment.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
you know what that is?
Hey.
Back it
Yeah.
up a little bit. Back it up a little bit. We got it. Well, it's not sharpening. I want to see. That is the best one yet, by far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
like
but
it.
And it's you.
the only problem with it is I got Captain Joe to put a QR code on there, and I tried scanning it when I got it when I got him the other day, and the QR code wasn't working for some reason.
Hmm.
You have to get it right in the right position. It'll work.
Maybe
Well,
is it
well,
got the
when he
colors
put it
behind
on,
it that's doing it?
Well, he put it on there, and he tried it himself, and it worked for him. So I don't know why it's not working.
Oh.
Your QR code is not very Q.
Aw.
You know, it's more R. It's more R.
What kind of
It's
phone
more-
are you using?
Huh?
What kind of phone were you using?
What kind of phone?
Yeah.
Phone were you using when you tried to read the QR code?
Oh, I don't know. Joe did it. Joe did.
No.
the QR code.
When it didn't
What
work for
kind were
you,
you using?
what kind did you
Oh,
use?
I was using my iPhone. I was using my iPhone.
Ah.
Explain
okay.
it. iPhones,
Ah.
they just suck.
They are
I-
touchy.
Yeah, 'cause, like I was trying it with my phone and it wasn't working. And then I went over to my neighbor's to use her phone to see if it was working. And I tried it with her phone. It still wasn't working. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Like,
Maybe it's you. Did you let her do it, or were you doing it?
no, I was doing it with her phone.
There you go.
Again, there's
Yeah, that's it right there. It's all your
There's
fault.
one thing that happens every time. It's you. Anyway,
Well, because with Chuck's sticker, Chuck has a QR code on his, and when you aim your phone on there, it'll work.
I think it's an advantage for nobody to read the QR code.
zoom in.
I probably should have done.
When he's
I
got
probably should have done
Hey, zoom into it. Make it a little bigger on the when you do it. Stretch it with your fingers.
Well, that's what I tried that too, and it still wouldn't work. Like I held my camera phone over it. And
Is your neighbor's phone also an Apple? An iPhone? Oh, see, well there you go. That's it. It's the Apple. It's rotten to the core.
I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What does Joe have?
Joe's got an iPhone.
iPhone. Liar.
Liar.
Yeah, that's right, Sammy. Apple rules. That's right.
Liar.
Hey, by the way, we haven't said. Oh, we're back up to 27 now. All right, why don't you say hi to the audience?
Yes, let me go all the way up to the top and scroll down. We got Thomas Baker. And we got Mark.
No faker, Thomas Baker. Come on, why don't you do your stuff? Do your thing.
FJ 1100. We got Philip Koshat. The chattiest guy around. We got Brian Point, New England. We got Brad Nana's Attic. And we got TJ, Giggles, FPV, and all that other stuff.
Yeah, that'd be
and we got Cool Cat and Michael. Good to see you, Michael. And the Grumpy Vlogger, Lloyd. Good to see you.
It's always great when you read the names of the people that are on the panel, but please continue.
We got Nick, FTFO. And we got Jim Beauchard in the house. Good to see you. Got Dominic, Northside Hawk.
Hi, Dominic.
Hi, Dominic.
We got Chris Hope. He gives hope to the show finally.
Hello, nephew.
And we got Chris Hope. Uncle Bill Straub. Hey, Bill. Good to see you. Sam.
Such a wanker.
And we got Chuck Kovacian. We got Action Kovacian. We got Brenda Sunstar 96.
Hi, Brenda.
Did you see Brenda? Brenda, hi, Brenda.
Oh,
Brenda. Oh, Brenda, hi.
Mike Wright.
Hey,
Text
Brenda thinks we don't say hi.
Yeah. Hey guys, did y'all notice anything? Did y'all notice anything different
Johnny
about the
Drone Flyer.
Yep.
Is in the house. Tom Drone Okie. Good to see you, Tom.
Why'd you skip Sam?
And we got, I said Sam.
Did you say Sam?
Yep. And we got Mudball Don. Hey, Don, the birthday boy earlier this week. Good to see you. Happy birthday.
Do we know Drone Okie? I like that name. Do we know Drone Okie?
Yeah, Tom.
Tom.
Tom?
We got
Tom deserves a wrench then.
We got not Noel, Joel.
Joel, close enough.
Hi, Joel.
Uncle Bill,
Hey,
they're not wrenches anymore.
They're shields.
Yeah, they're shields.
Whatever the F they are. Okay.
I'm gonna give them a shield now.
Okay. Is that what that's supposed to be? A shield? It looks like a.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think it's actually a badge. I think.
Well, it could be a badge. It could be a badge. A badge is
Yeah.
also quite often called a shield.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Red
And
badge.
the shield is from people like TJ. You know, people that might say off-color things. You know, purple and green make a great outfit. That's off-color. That's just off-color. Doesn't blend. Bill's Ice Agents. Nice. Let's not get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Mardi
Yeah,
Gras.
it was a fine joke, though. It was. That was a fine joke. We'll just.
That's a Mardi Gras combination.
Well, you're welcome, John. Okay, they say you're a nice guy. How come why don't I recognize? What's he go by? What's his actual site name? Is
Who's
it
that?
John Okie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know how they're using our tags.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
They've been around for a few months.
Oh, yeah.
What part of Oklahoma are you from?
And what's the film name?
Tom.
I think you said
Tom.
right.
Tom.
Yeah.
Okay. How you doing, Tom? Yeah, we're in Oklahoma. Are you from? You know, Oklahoma. 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 I did that in high school. I told you that story already.
Yes, you did. And
Really?
I dug it. It was it's a fun musical. That's all.
mhm.
Where the wind.
Oh, that's right.
Across the plains, Oklahoma, where the weed.
He did that in high school, and Art went to the Philippines.
Yeah. mhm. Yep.
Hey,
And I didn't say it this time. Broken Arrow. That's where he's from.
Broken Arrow. Okay. All right.
Really?
Down the road.
Yeah.
That's kind of famous, isn't it? Broken Arrow.
Up
Yeah.
the street from Lloyd. Yeah.
About 45 minutes from my
Why have
house.
I heard of Broken Arrow? What's the story behind that? It's not like Wounded Knee.
No, no.
Well, that's where
No,
New-
it's a suburb of Tulsa, but
There's a name. There's a reason. It was named after an Indian or somebody or something. Something happened for it to be called.
yeah. Well, the arrows
There's a
were
story, huh?
Or,
The arrow
well,
broke, yeah, but did it break off in some famous person's chest? Did it
yeah.
cause a war? Did
Yeah.
whatever? Whatever? There's got to be a story to that.
Was it
Yeah.
broke?
It could be the name of
probably
an
is.
Indian chief, as a matter of fact. Broken Arrow. Why not?
Well, maybe they ran out of money at the casino, and they were Broken Arrow.
There's a film called Broken Arrow, isn't there?
Yeah.
There is.
yeah.
Broken Arrow is actually a term.
Yeah.
Someone goes off the
Yeah.
reservation. Another term, another one off the reservation. Somebody Broken Arrow. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That was John Travolta was in that.
Yeah, John Travolta.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. And
hey, Art, I got a joke for you.
You do. Well,
Okay,
please tell us.
What kind? Oh, yeah.
Wait.
There you go.
Oh, can I?
No
go?
pressure. Make it good. No pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny already.
Okay, what kind of key do you unlock a banana with?
A monkey.
Monkey, yeah.
Monkey.
Who got it better? You monkey lover. Who got it first? Yeah, a monkey.
Monkey.
That was great. That was, yeah.
There's Lon.
Oh, there's Lonnie.
There's
That's
one.
time.
Hi, Lon.
Howdy,
I've been
howdy.
here. What are you talking about?
He-
Bathroom, yeah.
You haven't been there that long, have you?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
I mean,
about half hour.
I
About 30
I
seconds.
checked a while ago. Well,
Yeah,
No, I was commenting in the stream.
2 or 3 minutes. I reckon.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Well, it's just this format. Actually, it would be better if I use the whole screen. It would be better. Now I can see everybody. I
could've
couldn't.
missed that
You can't
joke.
see everybody because the little squares with their faces, it pushes it down. I think it'd be better if they didn't even show the video. For like you can select people that are regulars, and it didn't show the video, just showed the name. And then because you can allow, how many people can we allow in here, Lloyd? 37 or something?
something like that. Yeah. It's a ridiculous amount. Yeah.
Like 12 or something?
Yeah. You can have 12, but I
Yeah,
think
12. There's no way you see them on the left side. You got to scroll. And scrolling is funky because of how thin the sides are. And you accidentally pull people off the stream because you click on they click on them because you're trying to scroll.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's got little buggies. But I can see everybody now, so I have no excuses. Because
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Has everyone said hi to Brenda?
Yes.
yeah.
That's all that matters.
When it
Yeah,
comes to Brenda, though, we can't be high enough. Brenda, hi. Hi,
Hey, Brenda.
Hi,
Hi,
Brenda.
Brenda.
I want to know.
Look who's here, Juan.
We could do a Paul Murray and go, welcome,
Who, Brenda?
Brenda.
No, Alexa.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Where?
That's funny.
Oh, there she is.
Tom actually gave the answer to why it's called Broken Arrow.
Oh, did he? Interesting. I knew there was a story. I knew there had to be a story.
It's named after the original settlement, original 19th century settlement in Alabama,
Alabama. Okay.
which was known as, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word.
Philly Caca.
Caca.
Is,
You
yeah,
Philly Caca, you.
or Broken Arrow Town, because this was the Indian Territory. This is where they resettled all of the southeastern Indians, the Cherokee, what they call
Cherokees,
civilized
Seminoles.
tribes, Cherokees.
Part of the Trail of
Seminoles.
Tears. That's when they marched into Florida, actually.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah, the
allegedly
Seminoles, yeah.
part of them died on the way, but
Well, same thing. The Trail of Tears is from Georgia to Oklahoma. Was
Oh, I mean, there was a trail. I know that, and he became president later. Was it Andrew Jackson? I believe.
Andrew Jackson. Yes, Andrew Jackson was president,
Who else?
and
No,
he
no. There was a
the Supreme Court site, and the reason it was so deadly for like the Cherokees is they were actually staying back. They were staying in their land, and the Supreme Court decided in their behalf, said that it was their land. Andrew Jackson told the Supreme Court, "Well, if you want to enforce it, you go down there and do it, but I'm not going to." And so he did. He disobeyed the Supreme Court, and they had waited so late in the year because they were sure they were going to win, which they did, but they were still forced off of their land and were forced to march through the winter and got stuck.
Yeah, Cherokee, Muskogee, Seminole, Chickasaw, and Choctaw nations were forcibly removed from their ancestral homelands in the southeastern United States.
Yeah.
To newly designated Indian territory west of the Mississippi River after the passage of the Indian Removal Act. Okay, well, what I'm thinking of is something else, and I'm going to find it because it was really brutal, apparently.
Yeah, well, so was the Trail of Tears. There was.
Oh yeah, well, that's what I lost the name. I would think.
Yeah.
You know, the trail,
well, they
fun and frivolity.
A lot of them froze to death because of the fact they got stuck between the Mississippi and the Missouri and rivers, and they couldn't get across until winter slowed down. And but the thing is once they got here, it turned out, and that was part of the court battle, was the previous chiefs had made a contract, or previous elders had made a contract with the government, but it was an illegal contract, and that's why the Supreme Court said no. The current chief and elders of the tribe, that's the one that stands. Well, so when they got here, of course, these people sold out, and they got there first, and got to pick out the. Well, once the Cherokee tribe got here, they had a trial for these guys, and during the night, they showed up on their front porch and assassinated all the elders, the ones who sold them out.
Oh,
and, yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what. This is an interesting little story about Florida, and a bunch of these names actually mean something to me. No, I mean, and it's tied to what happened with the Trail of Tears, by the way. It was all about the same time. Indians marched to Florida is what I searched for, and it refers primarily to the Seminole Wars, 1810 to 1850s, when the Creek people migrated into Florida and resisted forced removal by U.S. troops, leading to guerrilla warfare. Some Seminoles were forcibly marched, like on the Trail of Tears, but many retreated deep into the Everglades, remaining the unconquered people, in quotes. More recently, modern-day indigenous peoples, including Seminoles and Micosakis, have organized prayer walks and so on and so forth. So there was a migration into Florida by the Creeks, and the Seminole people, largely descendant of Creeks, moved into Spanish Florida, hiding escaped slaves and creating tension with settlers, rabble rousers. Forced removal, U.S. government, after acquiring Florida, pushed for the Seminole relocation to Indian territory. Oklahoma, under the Treaty of Payne's Landing, leading to fierce resistance. Guerrilla warfare left by figures like Osceola. Guess where I lived for two years? Osceola County. That's where St. Cloud and Kissimmee. It was Osceola County. And Wildcat was the other guy. Seminole warriors used Florida's swamps for guerrilla tactics against U.S. troops, notably in the Second Seminole War. Osceola, there was a chief Osceola, and I think they're actually naming the tribe after him in this AI reproduction here, because I've actually seen paintings of Chief Osceola, but he led his people. Osceola. Trail of Tears connection. While the Cherokee had their famous Trail of Tears, the Seminole captives also suffered forced marches and imprisonment on islands like Edgemont Key as part of the removal efforts. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And actually, because you say the Creek tribe, that's actually the Muskogee Nation, which they were Creeks for forever, and then over the last 30 years, they started calling themselves the Muskogee Creek Nation. because that's actually it's spelled different than than the town I live in, just by one letter, but it still means it's still the same thing. But the Seminole name came from the Muskogee Creek that had moved there, and it was, I don't know, maybe means unconquered or whatever. It has something. They got the name Seminole based off of they were outsiders that had came into Florida because. But we have
descendant of Creek, so that means they obviously messed up.
And we have Seminole here too.
There was a little mischief with the Muskogee on the way.
Yeah.
Because it's largely Creek.
Right. Yeah.
But Tom, I guess he's saying he's been here 50 years now. Just now looked up Google, your friend. Mm-hmm. Yes, Google is your friend, and that's all I did. And I announced it. Are you saying that you didn't know that if you lived there 50 years, you didn't know that information until just now? Because that'd be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Osceola in Michigan, there's also a place called Muskegon, Michigan.
Muskegon, Michigan.
Part of the Muskogee Creek tribes. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. They did all these tribes that either conquered or assimilated, and they just named towns after them. You know?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my God! When I first moved here,
Pennsylvania, like every 9 towns out of 10 is named after some regional tribe. I swear to God, it's. I lived in Wapwallopin. That's an Indian tribe, you know, and that was I lived in Hobby, also an Indian tribe, but Wapwallopin was my post office box, and I used to go get pizza in Mackinac,
oh, really?
which is sister city to Chickasha. Now these are all Indian tribes that lived in the area. It's like you have no imagination at all. You just Berwick Indian tribe. Wilkes-Barre is not.
Michigan's got a lot of
Wilkes and some Barry somebody or something.
When I first moved to Oklahoma, I could not pronounce most of the street names because they were all named after tribes or some Indian word. Like one of our main streets through town is called Okmulgee, and there's a town called Okmulgee. It's actually where the Creek Nation's headquarters is at. But I couldn't pronounce it, so I called it Okmulgee because it just to see it spelled out and to try and get that word. And it took me. I was here 2 years. Yes, home of the batfish. Yes,
batfish. Batfish.
I've got a video up on my site showing that Mel and I, when we did batfish, before it flooded and floated away, you know.
Well, you ought to go to Hawaii, go to Waikiki. All the streets there have really weird Hawaiian names that are like, I can't. Kanoe is the only street that I remember there. But Michigan's got a lot of Indian towns named after Indians, like Huron.
Yeah, Osceola was
right, Mike. I'm sorry, Mike. That's exactly what I was saying. It seemed like the AI attributed his entire tribe as the Osceola tribe, but Osceola was a man. He was a chief.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the last of the chiefs, and he fought a lot of wars and he killed a lot of people. Yeah. He was highly revered.
Pontiac was.
And I actually live on the Muskogee Creek Nation. Yeah.
I lived in Luzerne County.
Oh, what is it called?
Named after a Frenchman. However, all these towns were in Luzerne. However, right next door was Lackawanna County. Lackawanna is a Lenape word. It's an Indian word. Like I said, Pennsylvania is just replete.
Yeah.
You know, except where the original white settlers were, like Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
Lucerne is Swiss.
Camden.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah. Lucerne, Swiss, not French.
Not Camden. That's Jersey.
Swiss.
Yeah.
It's in Switzerland. Yeah.
What about the Swiss?
Lucerne.
Lucerne. Yeah, but I don't think it's spelled the same. It might be. I don't think so. No, Lucerne's got a C in it, doesn't it?
Lucern.
No, it's Luzerne with a C.
Yeah, and I live on a reservation now too.
It's actually
Oh.
named after some French diplomat or some shit. I looked it up just now because I never knew. I lived, and because I'm kidding him, but I lived there for almost 27 years, and I didn't know. Who the fuck cares?
Mhm.
You know, and
Yep.
yeah.
That's right, Joel. Nagani, Michigan, another Indian town, named town. There's Pontiac, Michigan. There was a tribe called Pontiac. Washtenaw County, another Indian tribe.
Mm.
Firebird.
Yeah.
Iroquois and yeah, a lot of Indians that lived in the
We have some,
Michigan.
yeah, we have, God, I think there's probably about 20 different tribes here in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Some of them live out on the reservation land, like the Catos and Apaches, Arapahoes, I think, are out there. Some, because of forced settlement, it's the Indian Territory. That's where they send everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I used to live in Arapahoe County.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That whole area.
Aren't you special? You lived in Arapahoe County.
Arapahoe
Oh, good for you.
It's thrilling.
Kiowa, Colorado. Yeah, that's another tribe.
That whole area of where I lived at, where I grew up in Denver, the whole subdivision, the guy that built it actually was from Florida, but then he started naming all the different streets after tribes that were in Florida, and then he started, like the Wyandots and the
Wyandotte.
Yeah, the Zuni
town. Yep.
Yeah.
George Custer's from there. Wyandotte, Michigan. George Custer. Yep. Lily Tomlin. Wyandotte, Michigan.
Wow, and you know what? You didn't look that up. You just knew that off the top of your head. That's really, really, really odd. Impressive. That's what I meant.
And we wonder why, it's scary to think the stuff that goes through Art's mind, and yet he still has some intellect there too. That's just amazing.
No, I mean, but just to have that fact.
Yeah.
I can't remember. What if I couldn't tell you what color shorts I'm wearing right now without looking down. Damn it! I thought they were red. They're black.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. I thought I was wearing red ones. They're black.
Okay.
Pretty bad. I only put it on just before I put the show on. Just so you realize. It's not like that. I'm on all day and I've been ignoring them.
On the top of the band, does it say depends?
I'm wearing a Live Dry. It's called LIVDRY. Since you're so inclined to know about my underpants situation, I haven't worn underpants since
France,
February last year.
Yeah.
In fact, 1 year. I'm going to have a 1 year anniversary celebration-a-thon for when I gave birth to my prostate. When I gave birth to my prostate gland. I had a C-section. They pulled it out, and it was thriving.
Yeah, there you go. You got dry hopes.
Oh, are you glad you brought that up?
Yep. Mm-hmm. You brought up underpants.
I wasn't. I'm not that desensitized to it, to be honest. I could care less what you think. Fuck you. They're very comfortable.
Yeah,
I don't need these Live Dries. These are like when you have problems. They're massive, but they're just sitting there going away. So I'll get rid of them.
There you go.
Honestly, I'm not just saying this. I almost don't need them. Thank God. There you go. Yes, I'm telling you, almost don't need them. Just a little. In fact, a pad would be more than good enough. Just a little dribble here and there. There. Isn't that interesting?
Okay.
And if you want to know, Art, I'm wearing Levi underwear. So
if I exert myself by lifting something heavy, something happens.
Yeah. Or somebody tells a funny joke. Yeah.
That doesn't happen so much. Maybe people should be funnier.
Yeah, I was going to say it doesn't happen in this group, especially Art telling the jokes. They're never funny.
But anyway,
Is it time to start talking about Fallout now?
Yeah.
we were talking about Fallout, because I was
Fallout.
explaining the storyline because you didn't understand it, and it's an alternative universe, obviously, and
Yeah.
it's one where the upper echelon of the late 50s, early 60s,
Mm-hmm.
the ultra wealthy decided that we were heading towards nuclear war. And that, like, it was a foregone conclusion. So they enacted a plan to survive what they felt was their future impending doom. So they created this vault thing that they advertised during the Cold War. When everybody was taught, they were teaching us to get under our desk.
Yeah.
When we were in school, they used to
Duck and cover. Yeah.
yeah. No, they used to have drills when I
Yeah.
was a kid.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I lived, you could see New York from where I live. So, getting under my desk in the school, it's not going to do a lot. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You just go down there to kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, and the kids in the wheelchair, they were fucked.
so the whole storyline, don't forget that this is a video game. Okay, it was originally a video game. And they made a TV series out of it.
Mhm.
So, and the premise is the ultra wealthy invented these vaults that could survive nuclear holocaust, and they would be they'd make their own water, they'd make their own food, blah blah blah. They would, people would survive into the future, and you could buy your way in, and they made a multi-billion-dollar business out of it. So what was happening was, I guess they wanted to speed it along because it didn't look like it was going to happen. So they actually instigated the war to end all wars, and nuclear holocaust happened. And it's about afterwards, vaulties and people that survived somehow on the planet, and
the Morlocks and the
irradiated creatures that they'll have some scientific explanation for that, because that was probably experimentation done by this guy Hank, blah blah blah. They tie the video game probably doesn't go into that much depth tying it together as the show has to, but maybe I don't know. I never played it. I have to. It's a very famous, very popular game. A lot of times old, but it's interesting. It's okay. It's I'll tell you what, it's a lot better than a lot of the other stuff out there.
There seems to be a lot of people outside the vaults that the radiation didn't seem to have affected.
They have zombies. Dude, they have zombies, giant bugs and beetles and creatures that can eat your head, and zombies. One of the lead characters is over 200 years old. So something happened out there, it's not normal.
Maybe dressing up as Roman centurions is not quite normal. But
look, in the case of a nuclear war, there are going to be survivors. You understand that, right? There will be. I mean, we're like cockroaches, and especially back then, because this was supposedly set in the early 60s. So they didn't have as much as we have now, which is another thing, just to be clear. Enough to certainly destroy civilization, but it's not going to get everybody. Just plain and simple. It's just not. This is the aftermath. That's all. People trying to start it over again, like there's a group called New California, and they're actually the good guys, really, when you look at it. And there's California, root for California. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, it just brought a memory to Eagles. Welcome to the Hotel New California.
New California.
Any time of year.
Anyway, it's okay. It's certainly better than that new Star Trek stuff. I said the hottest
that Starflight Academy.
The hottest hate stream on the internet right now is people reviewing that show. And they don't say a single good. Nobody does, and they just pile every episode. And here's the thing: it sounds like it doesn't deserve it. Every episode actually does get worse.
Yeah,
their best episode, bam, was the first one. Period. And that was it wasn't bad. It was just kind of stupid. But it was watchable. It was just kind of stupid. But then it just got cringier and weirder and weirder. And, oh, God.
Oh, and then you had
TJ would watch it.
Tawny Newsom, she was the Kardashian. He's dapped. She's
Right.
the
Dax. Dax is here. Yep.
Dax.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're reaching into previous
Yep.
iterations to give themselves legitimacy. I
Yeah,
guess.
when you say they are reaching, they are reaching.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, I like sending like this whole episode is about sending the 17th this alleged 241 day, but actually programmed to be 17 years old, although she acts like she's 4.5 or 5, maybe 6. Give her 6. You know,
Yeah.
if you watch this episode, you'll know why 6 is stretching it. I mean, dancing to modern music, by the way, and dancing around, and I'm me, and out of all the trillions of people in the universe, there's only one me. What the fuck are we watching?
Yeah.
First of all, you can say that about anybody, because you know what? In all the fucking universe, there's only one art. There's only one of you. It's only one. I mean, it's just the whole. If you saw how preachy and weird it is.
Yeah. Throwing up glitter. What the hell is that?
One of the aliens throws up glitter. Yeah, like it's My Little Fucking Pony.
Yeah.
Glitter.
Oh, and Simon is gay.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah. Wearing a skirt.
Lon, you have no audio.
Battery's going dead, obviously.
Speaking of no audio, Art, I figured out what my problem was on my.
Am I frozen?
I have a mute button on my keyboard, and apparently while we were talking, I laid my cigarette pack down on it, and it muted out my mic, and it took me 3 days to find out. And also, and I mean, I hunted all over. All the lights were lighting up, but it just wasn't. And finally, it showed that it was muted, and I'm thinking, okay. And so I started looking like, oh, why is this light on? And I push it, and everything started working. Like,
Lloyd, I hate to say it, but this is like Tales from the retired side. You know?
yeah.
It'd be a TV show, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, equivalent to Where Are My Glasses, and they're on top of your head.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Perfectly, actually.
So I might watch this stupid show now because I realized something today. I'm
What's
watching a show today about an invisible guy who runs a detective agency, and he falls in love with his blind secretary. And I said to myself, I'll watch any damn thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking,
Invisible Man will not be seen tonight.
Well, just think about it, though. Your invisible detective is like the best possible choice.
shit. That's why. Yeah, that's why he has a job.
I mean, what else?
Yeah,
you know, how you going to make money being invisible? Hey, I got an idea.
He's a private detective.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm saying this is that if it wasn't, I still think this, and I think that you're probably right. It would still be a stupid show, regardless if it was attached to Star Trek or not. But I think it would be better accepted if it wasn't Star Trek.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
100%.
It could be a stupid show.
I've actually said that.
Because we talked about that yesterday, that we watched a lot of stupid shows and enjoyed them. Like,
right. It's
Terrence
only
and
for a
Phillip.
specific audience, like young girls, because really it's very female oriented. The show is you. If you're a guy, you're just stupid and practically useless. And like every episode so far, all the men, including the leader, just side pieces to
incompetent.
Yeah, which is which would be fine if it was that kind of show, because there are shows like that, and they're for young girls or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with it. And you're right. And although the writing is a little bad, and frankly, it's a little weird, because although they act and react like they're preteens, and they really do, they're having sex, and they're talking about it, and they have incredibly foul language. So what are they really? You know what I mean? Are they 7-year-olds? Or, well, maybe you bump them up to tweens. I don't know. I don't know about the tweens.
Well,
with foul mouth, but they're pretty knowledgeable, And that guy, they did punch that female Romulan. And you know what? At first, she deserved it. But then I thought, dude, she's like 4'7". That was just wrong on the face of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how strong they are. It flew off the ground, and we were like, oh wait, that's not right.
That's pretty mean. Yeah.
Punching a small woman across the room.
A hologram even.
Romulan from? I thought the Romulans had been extinct.
No. Romulus, no, not completely. No.
No.
The Empire is
that's
destroyed,
Kelvin
but not
anyway.
extinct.
That's Kelvin anyway. This isn't
Yeah.
Kelvin.
Yeah, it's Melvin.
Maybe it is Kelvin. No, this is Kelvin, right? Isn't it an offshoot of the Kelvin?
No, it's the main universe, isn't it?
Yep.
I got to think of. Yeah, I guess it is because they talk. Right, you're right. It's off the OG.
True from
Yeah,
the
that's worse.
Yeah.
Nick,
Yeah.
how far did you leave the actual OG for this? It would have been actually more. It would have been more appropriate to go off. I don't know. Not that I don't like the Kelvin movies because I do.
Oh,
They're
there
pretty.
he is.
There it is.
They're pretty good. Yeah, he's got an iPhone. Yeah.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
is Discovery part of the main universe, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, there you have it. Then yeah.
Because
I
they're the
believe-
same timeline as Pike and Kirk before he became captain of the Enterprise.
Which is part
Well-
of the original timeline rather than Kelvin.
Mhm.
Well,
Right.
Kelvin, yeah, well, of course, Kelvin's happened when Spock went into the past, went to try to save Romulus and
Yes, yeah.
didn't make it, and then this guy with which was a freighter at the time, went back in time because it went through some fucking whatever
Wormhole.
spatial anomaly wormhole, whatever that was created when their sun collapsed. Because he didn't have enough red matter, so that's reaching the realms of believability when it comes to physics, and like that. But at least there's a storyline to it, like the whole thing with the Discovery add-on is that a alien person who was abandoned by his mother. They have a lot of stuff about it, abandonment and children and feet. But anyway, he somehow he's in a planet that's almost entirely made up of. He's left in this nursery, and it's almost entirely made up of dilithium. It's a super high concentration of it. So somehow, because he becomes molecularly bonded to the planet, and whenever he would have panic attacks, it would reach out in energetic waves across the universe, and it would affect dilithium.
Dilithium.
At one point, the burn was when he really went off his rocker when he decided his mother had died because she never came back.
Yeah.
And he just he had a fucking meltdown, and it blew up billions of people across the universe. Somehow these chunks of dilithium, refined dilithium ore, by the way, are somehow telepathically linked to each other. You know what? I don't mind a stretch in science fiction. But that's Star Wars. You know what I mean? That's science fantasy. That's not Star Trek. You understand what I'm saying? That was fucking ridiculous. In other words, I mean, if you want to have some kind of universe extinction event, then come up with something like a pulsar goes off, and kills half of planets, whatever planet was facing in that direction. That side of their planet, everybody fucking cooked, and it happened so quickly. Blah blah blah. The ships were fucking fried, and we went back basically to the beginning, to the Stone Age. We had to build from there. That would have been a lot more believable than a kid was crying on a planet, and the effect because the loss of his mother. And that's the message behind this. Separating Calvin was so powerful that it destroyed billions of people across the universe.
I'll see you later. I got to get
That's
up
the
early.
burn. That's what they're talking about.
All right.
See you later,
Hey,
TJ.
TJ, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for not laughing constantly and clapping your hands, and because hey, we don't need that.
Bye.
We'll see you
Well,
guys.
thank you for not saying anything funny.
TJ.
Bye. Love you, Uncle Bill.
See you later.
Anyway,
Well, Bill, the reason
it's
he
sweet
was-
to beat on it. I'll move on.
the reason that kid was able to do that is he was in the womb on that planet, so
Yeah,
he absorbed.
Molecularly bonded to the fucking planet.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, it was a
Bill
Kelpian.
already said that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. He was a Kelpian.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And that's how they magically got him to stop blowing up the fucking universe, is because
That's ridiculous.
the commander of Discovery was a Kelpian.
Yeah,
went down there and charmed the kid into being
right.
happy.
Well, also, when they went down there,
They
they
could have
weren't.
just killed him. That would have been a lot easier. I'm sorry, what?
When they went down there, they weren't them because when that guy came down, he looked like a human, and all the other members were different races when that kid saw because of something going on that planet. It was just really weird. The doctor looked like another race.
The kid was bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was stoned.
He was
You know,
bananas, left alone
yeah.
for God knows how long, and
Right.
you know,
That's why it took a
in
while.
an environment that kept him alive but didn't teach him anything. You know, and I guess the bigger he got, the more powerful his disruptions were. Somehow, it's just and then exponentially, we're talking about across a universe that he ignited. And the funny thing is, now they're getting by with most, without a lot, but they still have dilithium. So apparently, they didn't get it all because it still exists somewhere.
Just refined.
Yeah. No, the refined, I guess, blew up. You're right.
Yeah. And I only know that because I looked it up because I didn't understand any of this. I mean, to me, this was
ridiculous.
Yeah, well, it was just pure laziness. They couldn't come up with anything better. So, hey, let's just destroy everything. That's
and you don't think they should? I mean, how fast did they blow up? Because dilithium is used to help to control the warp core, supposedly. Keep basically, like the heavy water in a nuclear power plant or the rods, whatever.
Right.
They would stop working. You shut the fucker down. Or eject it or whatever. I mean, all these ships, they have video of them. They're just all blowing up. It just like that.
Apparently, the
resonance, they didn't have time, I guess, to react. I suppose. I guess it was that powerful.
Yeah. Well, apparently, the resonance in refined dilithium creates vibration. It creates a
nerd alert.
Space warp.
Nerd. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, nerd. Yeah, you're right. Actually,
but I mean that's what I read. I mean,
apparently without it you can't control them.
Yeah, it's like on Dune. The spice helps the navigators bend space.
That's the story that they used in Discovery did, and they just blew up all the ships. So and then this stupid episode starts out by saying because of the burn, the Federation had to leave Earth. Why and how? By the way. You know what I mean?
All right, Tom, you have a good night.
I mean, did you do it sublight speeds for the ships that didn't blow up and that would take you maybe 500 years to get to the next planet? I mean, what do you mean you had? I mean, that's the premise to this. And then the defenders of the planet are the War College. A bunch of nincompoops. It is too funny. It really is. Yeah. The Earth said "fuck you" to everybody. By the way, when the burn happened, like the Federation, centuries of being the center of the Federation, and then the burn happens, and it's every man for himself, and just cut themselves off from everybody, and put out defensive fleets all over the place. So what happened? Does that sound like the Federation to you? That's their storyline. Wouldn't it make sense if you were Picard or Captain Kirk? Or especially Picard, although this wasn't his time,
right?
To say that cooperation with other, friendly, because there's still going to be some friendly. They're not blaming they weren't blaming Earth for what happened. And it wasn't our fault. Nobody was blaming. You know what I'm saying? So why all of a sudden did we start? The Andorians are cut off, and all the founding races of the Federation, the Vulcans, everybody that would just happen. Get the hell out of here. It's seriously, and this it only happened around 20 years, so that means that happened around year 3000. So the Federation had been around for 800 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and it would just devolve to that because the ships blew up. It's crazy.
I don't know. Let me take the devil's advocate on that. Let's say you had the English Empire, right? Where they had the American colonies and India and et cetera, et cetera. What would happen if all the English ships had suddenly disappeared one day?
But that's the
What would
English
happen to their empire?
We didn't. The Federation didn't conquer these planets. These planets joined the
No.
Federation. I mean, that's
not my point.
totally different. That's what
not
happened
my
to
point.
the English Empire. That is the point. That's totally different.
No,
They
that's
were
not
an
my point.
imperialist country who invaded these countries and forced them to be part of the empire.
Yeah, I
No,
get that. But that wasn't my point. What would happen then? What would happen to the UN if suddenly radio and all kinds of and all different modes of travel suddenly disappeared? What would happen to the UN?
Well, hopefully they would work together. I'm not quite sure
How
they would all start trying to kill each other immediately.
No, well, no. How?
So
Would
basically,
you
that's
walk
basically
from India to New York to go to the meetings?
They would find some other alternate ways of communication. They had it. They had it in the 1800s. So you could set up wire. How could you stop? How could you stop communication over wire?
Oh,
I'm just
electromagnetic
saying.
pulses. Knock it out.
Right.
No,
I'm
not
just saying.
electronics that are exposed to it when it happens.
We're talking about fantasy
Electromagnetic pulses
here.
can last for the rest of your life.
Oh, no.
There's
No.
going to be plenty of shielded. Get that.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
No, my only point is that if something happened where they can no longer, because didn't they use dilithium for the trans warp communications too? How do you talk great distances between?
Oh yeah, that would
Yeah.
be.
No, they had that had
Yeah,
nothing to do with that. Dilithium they use the dilithium for the warp core. That's
Yeah.
it. Now they get energy from it for the rest of the ship? Sure. They can get that from any number of elements. But
I
they need
wonder how they
dilithium.
communicate.
They need dilithium so that they can warp. So that
Okay.
how many power sources do you need? They have alternate power sources and they have alternate forms of propulsion. But no.
Mhm.
No.
Well, I don't know if they have
I've
stuff
seen them
where you
warp
can
core
talk.
down, calling Starfleet. You know, when their ship was just like completely out of juice and it was
I know.
still, you know. So
Okay.
apparently your
You
communications
can't communicate.
the communications apparently are good enough to work on emergency battery backup because I've seen
I
it.
guess.
I've seen it all through the series.
Okay, man. I was just saying, if you lost communication,
Subspace.
these places aren't the distance from one,
No, I
continent
understand.
to
They
another.
communicate.
They're
They communicate.
thousands and thousands of light years apart.
Right.
You
And they,
can't
they
travel
communicate
that
through something called subspace, which is what
Yeah.
they magically explain why they can talk to each other almost live halfway across the universe is because of subspace. And apparently it doesn't take a lot of power to communicate over subspace. You know, you've seen them set up portable ones that would send out, you know, in some of these episodes. So I don't think that was a big energy thing, you know, but if you had no energy, but it's not tied into dilithium. You know,
I just wondered because-
if they kicked out their warp core, and which is basically the dilithium.
Well, I thought that was the main generator for all their power were the warp cores in the ships.
It
warp
is.
cores
That's
go
their,
down.
That's their main power. Yeah. But they have backup resources because there's so many episodes where they had to eject the warp core because it was going to explode, and then they move off in sublight speeds, calling for help, basically, and that's what they do because yes, their main drive is gone, but they still have reserves. You know,
Okay.
you gotta get, you
No,
know,
that's my question. And then if you can know, just because you can talk to a civilization 1,000 light years away, but you can't interact in any other way, why keep having a federation? And if you have billions,
but why did they? Why did
I
they?
can finish the sentence.
No, but you don't understand what they did. They took a militaristic attitude. They cut off all relations from all their former friends for fucking centuries, for like 800 years, and the ships blow up, and we just went into this militaristic defensive posture and cut off everybody. The Vulcans, the Tellarites, the Andromeda. It means nothing to you, these names, but these are all races that have fought side by side with us for like 800 years. Now this tragic thing happens. I would like to think we would reach out, and because it would make sense, and try to pool resources and help protect each other. What, you got your hand? I'm just into stupid premise.
Well, you won't let me finish the sentence. My question is, does everyone know exactly what happened? You wake up one day and all your ships blow up.
Yeah.
Does everyone know what happened initially?
Well, maybe not for the first couple of minutes, but you know, they all had ships that still somehow, I don't know, maybe non-dilithium crystal ships, right. And they would be able to see that we lost all of ours too. you understand what I'm saying? You wouldn't immediately, they would, as soon as communication went through, they would know because first of all, we're not invading. Nobody's attacking you. This happened, and everybody's leaving everybody alone. You know what I'm saying? There's no invasion. There's no
They're like,
invasion.
what the fuck? And they pull back, and they're like,
there's no invasion force. There's no reason to destroy everybody's fucking ships and to just say goodbye and leave them all. You understand that to do that would be because you're invading and taking over. So and by the way, you don't just sweep away the remains of hundreds of these things.
Yeah, you do.
Were ridiculously powerful.
Maybe. Oh, I don't know. That's a reaction.
All I'm saying is, if everybody sees it, nobody has any lithium drive ships left.
How do
they figure the same shit happened to them that happened to us? That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But nobody's attacking them. So why all of a sudden go into this? It's I don't know.
Well, I don't know. It's a reaction. I'm not saying it's the correct reaction. I'm just saying it's a reaction I can understand.
Not in line with the series up until then. I'm not talking about whether it's realistic or not. I'm talking about whether it's Star Trek or not. I'm talking about whether it's Star Trek or not. And according to Star Trek, we did the future, the brightest future of mankind and alien kind and everybody, and we had been doing it for hundreds and hundreds of years at that point. So to instantly just throw that all in the toilet immediately without any attempt to try to form a coalition or something that might be beneficial, for all you know, the next couple of planets did better than you, and they can help you.
I don't
Maybe
know.
Your planet, your food is in better shape, so you can take care of them. Whatever. I'm just saying.
How do you know there was no attempt?
Because that's
the
storyline.
Half the Star Trek movies revolve around the idea that
I'm talking about this TV series that's on right now. That's their storyline. What do you mean? How do I know? I wasn't. You know why I wasn't there? Because this is fiction. This is fiction. I'm just spitting to you what they told us and what we're supposed to believe. I'm not going to add layers to it to make their story more believable because they don't say that. They don't even intimate that. They said the Starfleet immediately left Earth because it had to, and the Earth went to a defensive posture and cut off all relations with everybody, including the fucking Betazoids, who never lifted a finger to hurt anybody in any of the timelines. You know what I'm saying? So it's just stupid. It's just a stupid premise.
Okay.
That wasn't my point, though. I was just saying that
it's realistic. The Klingons were apparently demolished. They're not even a race anymore. They're just refugees. So there was no war with them. The fuck?
Well, half of the movies in Star Trek revolve around the premise that the Federation was fragile and could be easily destroyed, or it could be, and they're always fighting to maintain the Federation because it could be. I don't
agree with that. First of all, there's coronations that are part of it, but because the movies are made up of incidents on the fringe where you are defending whatever. Yeah, because there's always defense in any venture, but no one was being conquered. These people wanted to be part of Starfleet. But you're saying it's fragile. It wasn't like they were constantly thinking about killing each other because there's no canon for that. There just isn't. None of the Starfleet planets attack each other at all in any of the canon. Once they join Starfleet, that's the canon. The canon is they are happy that they're part of it and they still have control of their own planet.
Don't some civilizations and planets quit or threaten to quit, or they go on these diplomatic missions because this planet's going to quit, or that happens? Doesn't that happen?
That's a storyline here and there, possibly. Probably somebody in the chat, maybe. I don't know, but even if that happened, that's just normal.
Yep,
that's just normal. But that doesn't mean that there was any bloodshed. There was no get out our way to highway shit. They're constantly meeting and trying to work shit out. I mean, there's more episodes with ambassadors. Why would you think there's so many ambassadors? And how many episodes did you have some important ambassador from Vulcan, from this one? They wrote that storyline for a reason, because yes, things change, pressures change at home.
Federation.
People, you have a change of leadership on planets, so it's all politics, but they weren't. They didn't like pull guns on each other.
Oh.
That's not part of canon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, regardless, overnight, you said billions of people died. That's a huge event to happen, and nobody knows what happened initially, I would imagine. You're sitting on Vulcan or whatever planet. Please don't nitpick what I'm talking about. But you're sitting in the Tellurites or whoever. They're chilling one day, and they wake up the next morning, and all their ships just suddenly blow up, and they have no idea why.
Of course.
You know, I could see that being traumatic and a problem. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. You know, and they might cause an upheaval.
You know, I'm sure
I'm
sure they had communication and they had some ships left, obviously, because no planet went down to nothing. You know, Earth actually had some kind of defensive fleet to put up, apparently. Maybe they're on the other side of the fucking planet, or they're, again, non-dilithium drive ships, you know. But anyway, whatever it was, sure, at first. But it took them 120 years before they even actually spoke to each other again. I just, you know,
I don't know.
You know, well, that's the storyline.
Blew up, and you
call me
up and say,
the storyline.
Hey, dude, this is what happened, and I'm going to just believe you. I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
It's not about believing me. I watched the series. You haven't. This is
not
the
you.
Storyline.
Not you.
No.
The Federation. You. Storyline. One guy knows what happened. I think who was it that this whole thing happened? Some Star Trek captain, right? On one ship was aware of what happened, right? I didn't even watch the story because I've told it enough times. Hold on, bear with me just for a second. In Discovery, somebody bonded with this planet, and he got upset, and it blew up all the dilithium, right?
That's how the series starts.
Who all knows that initially? Just one Star Trek captain, right?
Nobody knew it for 120 years. Discovery season 1 is them discovering what caused the burn.
Oh,
that's season 1 of Discovery.
120 years.
And
so for 120 years, let me finish. 120 years, nobody knows. All they know is all their ships just blew up, and nobody knows why.
Right.
For 120 years.
Right.
Longer than
the rift in any federation, wouldn't it?
No, they couldn't use dilithium. They just couldn't. It wasn't trustworthy because if this guy would have another fucking little episode, it would, you know. So that's why Discovery season 1 saved the universe, and why they can use dilithium again is because they found the guy. Now he's happy. He's happy in a foster home, and he's not living on that planet anymore, and the universe is safe again. So it's regrowing. It's regrowing.
So they solved the problem after 120 years.
We're just talking about why I think their series is stupid. By the way, because I'm telling you why. Now, whether there's some explanation that they don't elucidate on their TV series, because those are all stretches. You know what I mean? And again, it still doesn't compare to what they're doing to Star Trek with this. To this new series, because it's so juvenile. I mean, you could like or not like the Discovery series. I actually like season 1 to a point. It was all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't. I didn't hate it. You know, 2 and 3 just got on my nerves. They just got on my nerves. I didn't, but you know, I never hated it. It just got on my nerves. But I hate
what Lon is saying is, is what probably in real life would happen. But what Bill is upset about is the fact what Bill is upset about is what they've done in this storyline is they've destroyed years of canons that we have all
right. Well, Lon's playing devil's advocate, and he's trying to explain if this was real life, this could have happened.
Well, no,
and he's right. Nothing he said was wrong. It's just that this isn't based on real life. This is based on Star Trek canon. Look, if you just created this,
right? Yeah, I mean,
never invented. You think it would come out with? No, this is still banking on the popularity of the old series to create this new series. There's got to be some tie to it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Why aren't they all just?
They did the same. They did the same exact thing with Doctor Who.
It's just, you know what I mean? It's how far you're going to take it from the original. That's all.
Yeah, they did the same thing to Doctor Who. Doctor Who had a set of standards that they used for each Doctor, and then the last Doctor, they just went back and completely destroyed all the canon from the 60 years that it has been in
They
existence.
killed it. They tanked that show. It took them 6 months to kill a show that had been on for how many decades? I mean,
60 years it's been on.
well, they're
and
trying.
now,
I swear to God, they're trying to kill the Star Treks.
Yep. Mhm.
yeah, I think it's the same thing, the same premise.
Yep.
Sure, Star Wars too.
It's
Oh,
embarrassing.
well, yeah,
This
Star
episode
Wars.
5 was embarrassing. It was so silly. It was just so silly seeing this girl dancing around and I'm me, and I'm the only one like me, and she's a photonic. And they're talking about whether these photonics want to rejoin the universe because the organics, we're afraid of them because they created us and they used us as objects and slaves.
Well, couldn't they create another hologram?
Then this thing happened, in other words, the burn, and then we gained sentience and we left. Okay, whatever. I mean, they used your slaves. What were you doing? Flying spaceships? What? I mean, seriously, what the fuck were you doing? Were you a doctor? Were you? I mean, they didn't make photonics and put them in, wiping people's ass in a bathroom. I mean, they had lives. And by the way, if they want to learn what organics are like, they wouldn't send a fake 17-year-old girl who apparently is autistic, to Starfleet Academy when they could just talk to the fucking doctor who's been interacting with humans for 800 fucking years. He's a photonic. Ask him. We're trying to understand these humans and what this is, and she's trying to explain love to them, and it's just pathetic.
Did you know that the holographic doctor actually had a son?
Well, he's got a girlfriend in this.
He did have a girlfriend. I remember that.
No, this is from when he appeared in was it Voyager? Was he in Voyager?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In Voyager. Well, there is one episode in which he runs into somebody from his original race because he is the essence of a man who really existed, and they took all of that and put into the hologram. And
I remember that. Oh, there went Lloyd.
Yeah, he's gone. I mean, but you understand my point. If they want to know, he's got 8 or 900 years of direct interactions with human beings. So all they'd have to do is just download that data and just look at it and say, well, this is what people are like. What the fuck? Oh, we're going to send somebody who doesn't even understand how to form relationships with humans, down to a planet and hinder her by making her the, allegedly the mentality of a 17-year-old girl. No offense to all you teen girls out there, but you don't think like adults.
Yeah,
you just don't.
They're
all beautiful.
Is he an actual photonic?
Love you and God bless you and good future, but you're.
Yeah, the doctor was photonic. Yeah.
No, I know he's a hologram. I remember from Voyager. That he was and he was the emergency medical thing.
Right.
Because they had downloaded the brain of some doctor or whatever.
Yeah, the doctor.
Right?
He was actually created for the role by a person who looked exactly like him.
And he
made all his photonics look exactly. He was such an egomaniac, the original one, the human, that all his photonics, whether they were simple ones that scrubbed the inside of the injector wells or some horse shit, or to whether they were used as EMT. They were only supposed to be. They were only supposed to be a backup EMT because the doctor died on the ship.
Right.
So this is what caused him, of course, to stay around
to be activated
way longer than he was supposed to, and he eventually learned human skills, human-like skills. Let's be clear. He's a computer fucking program. Yes, Art.
Although they had Andy Dick as an EMH on that one ship.
God, it was so stupid. Andy Dick was as dumb as Andy Dick.
Yeah, Andy Dick, who's now homeless on the street right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well, what a surprise!
You should let him give him a place to stay.
I know. He was such a dick.
He was.
You shouldn't use the word homeless. That's
unhoused.
No, it's wrong. And by the way, I think he changed it to unhoused. I think it's Candy now. Candy Dick.
Yeah,
that's what I think. Anyway, he was a dick. Yeah, but that was just weird. It was just dumb. That was a dumb episode. I didn't like all the Voyagers. I liked some of the Voyagers.
Yeah.
I watched Voyager because it was watchable. That's the level for me. A lot of
Right.
people's favorite. It's the best. Janeway, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's watchable, and there's some really good episodes.
That's the last series I watched, unless Deep Space Nine came after it. I can't remember.
No,
No,
Deep Space Nine was
Deep
before.
Space Nine is older.
Okay, so Voyager was the last series I watched of Star Trek, and I gave it up because I wasn't crazy about Voyager either.
After Voyager was
Yeah,
Enterprise.
There was a lot of weirdness to Voyager, like
Yeah.
Neelix and that whole the triangle, the love
I
triangle.
didn't like it.
You know,
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
Chakotay
weird.
and the
Weird.
rebels and whatnot. Yeah, the rebels and this and that. And I just
the
thought,
Maquis.
oh, yeah.
They had the Maquis on the ship, and they had to be
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tension between the Maquis and the Federation, and blah blah blah. And it's a little lightly written, to be honest with you, but it needs to be because it can't be serious. You know, it's got to be watchable, and the episode has to end in 47 minutes, whatever they get. you know what I mean. So, but it's okay. You know, it's all right. I watched it. I liked it. I liked Enterprise much better, and Enterprise is always panned, and I liked Enterprise.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
The design was cool.
Ensign Kim never promoted. Only guy on the ship never promoted.
Yeah, but this new series promoted him.
Oh,
His name was on the wall, and I believe he was a rear admiral or some shit.
oh, okay.
Janeway.
Finally gave it to him.
Don.
Right there. Yeah.
Hey, don't read Don's comment. We'll have another rant on our hands.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes her better.
Yeah.
She was too whiny. She seemed to whine all the
Yeah,
time.
she defeated the Borg initially by helping a worse race that had the ability to kill the Borg enter the universe, destroy like galaxies. By the way, she was really good. What she did to escape the Borg cost that universe millions of lives, if not
That galaxy, right?
if not billions.
That was
I don't know how far species 8469 or whatever the fuck it was called, went into the galaxy, but it did, and she's the one that enabled it to, so that because it was like the only race the Borg couldn't assimilate and feared was this race, and that's the race you let into that fucking, because it had to come through the ether somehow or some crazy horse, Star Wars like horse shit.
Remind me. She was in another quadrant of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Or was she in another
She was in
galaxy?
Delta quadrant.
Delta.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. And she was in the unexplored quadrant of the galaxy.
Right.
Yeah, because
right?
it was actually literally like 70 years away at full warp to get back. That's how far she was. Yeah, she got thrown there by the Guardian, or was it the Guardian, or whatever that creature was.
Yeah, the Guardian
was.
Yeah,
she was here, and then she was there. So magically, that's how that season started.
That's how the Marquis wound up there.
But going through the Borg corridor, she did this to go through the Borg corridor and make it through to get her ship home, and she just basically passed a death path. They actually had a race of like allies come on the ship, said, "You have signed our death warrant." Like they're done because of what she did to get her ship out of there. So not so great, by the way.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. No, I'm just kidding. Gotta break some eggs. You gotta make an omelet, buddy.
And Spock was late saving the Romulans. Hey, got a little gas mileage is a little high. I got to slow it down a little bit. Actually, no, he did try to save them. That whole the premise of that movie's a little thin too. I mean, he got sucked into it trying to save the universe, and the Romulan blames him for the death of his universe. You know what I mean? He got sucked into the same whatever wormhole or black event horizon or whatever the heck they want to call it. This decade in science fiction movies, he got sucked into. So he's obviously there trying to do something he didn't have to. By the way, he's not Romulan. You know what I'm saying? And he was going to destroy the universe because his ship was way advanced now. He went like 200 years, or whatever, 100 years in the past, And even 80, what the fuck? I mean, can you imagine ships 80, like our ships fighting World War II ships, it's just that's what it'd be like.
Captain Joe.
But,
Yeah.
Oh, the other birthday boy.
He went crazy.
Happy birthday, Joe.
Which he did. Happy birthday, Joe.
Happy
Are
birthday.
you old enough for Social Security yet?
Yeah, he was born on the same day my dad was born. My dad would have been 106 this year.
Joe, you're 106.
You're 106?
Joe's 106. The same day?
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey.
They shared.
You look
the same
kind of
day.
rough, but you're 106. Shit, you're looking pretty good, buddy.
He's probably half that age.
Pretty good.
Day.
You're almost as old as Lloyd.
February 4th. Yeah.
No, so Joe, you're
You
rocking.
said he's born on the same day, Art. So that means Joe is 106. He does look good for 106.
Yeah, he does
Yeah,
look
man.
good.
Yeah, he looks better.
At least older than me,
Almost as old
then.
as Lloyd. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
71. You know what? You look good for that too. For that.
Yeah, especially since he lost all that weight. Hell, I didn't recognize him.
71's the new 51, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
All
'Cause
right.
I damn sure need some years back.
Dude, I'm about to turn 65. I don't feel like a 65-year-old man.
Yeah, me neither.
I think old age is a
I
funny
feel like
thing.
a 75-year-old man.
No. Inside, I'm still Bill Ronayne, who from Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. Well, maybe a little different after that. I would say this Bill Ronayne formulated maybe about 10 years after that. So still, but it's still me. You know what I mean? It's still the same guy. And never thought I'd live this long because neither.
Don was born on Groundhog's Day.
Was he?
Wow.
He could probably predict the weather in the wintertime.
Did Ron see his shadow?
His own shadow. Oh wow, there's
Took a ride up his butt.
It's a video with his blanket over his head in his bed and all day and pop his head out like this. That's it. 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah,
that'll be funny.
Ah.
Or he pops it down and he goes to put it back up, and his wife says, "Get the hell up to go to work." And
Gary Foster, same day as Don. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Brent Arrow.
A lot of groundhogs born on that day. Yeah. And mud balls and stuff.
And Lee Beesing is on the 13th.
That's all exciting news.
Oh, holy shit. What do you got, a list of everybody's birthdays, Art?
He does.
Yeah, he's got their social security numbers too.
I believe it. Yeah, no shit. God, jeez. Art. When you going to the Philippines, Art?
Probably next year.
Oh, yeah? I should go. Pick up a girlfriend, too.
There you go.
I'm more proactive than you. I'm bringing mine back.
Yeah.
I got this desire to touch my girlfriend going.
Okay.
Well, they're small. You can put them on. What? Don't do the carry on though, because they'll make you open it. Just check her in. $75. And
Well, I could buy one get one free tickets because I'm a member.
There you
go.
Yeah. Probably not to the Philippines though.
She's got to be allowed to leave.
She's got to be domestic only.
She's got to be allowed to
fly to LA. Ron?
You buy her a ticket, she's gonna have to be able to enter the country. See, if she's in a suitcase, you just carry her up to wherever you're going.
Don't we own the Philippines?
No.
What was that, Art?
Does Allegiance fly to LA or San Francisco?
It was LA, yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, there you go.
$80 to fly to LA.
Oh wow, there you go. And then it's only $800-900 to the Philippines.
It's a long ass flight too, because it's nonstop. So from Michigan to LA. Yep.
If you business class is like $2,200.
Yeah, I mean it's about right. I mean it's I'll tell you the truth. When I flew to Hawaii from Pennsylvania, when I took that job on that cruise ship, this was
$1,492.
No, it was around 90. Don't be a dick. 99. Around 2001, 2000.
Okay.
So it's a couple minutes ago, 26 years ago. It was about $600 each way to fly to Hawaii. from Philadelphia.
Hmm.
So, I mean, not that that's a ton of money.
Oh, there it is.
It's cheaper than now, but it's not 26 years ago cheaper than now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
There's more money then. It was nice though. It was nonstop. Both ways, nonstop to right to Hawaii.
No, just lay down.
Oh, it's just the shortest L flight. You leave at 10 a.m. and you get there at 11:30 a.m.
To do what?
There you go. Hour
From
and a half.
Grand
hour
Rapids
and
to
10
LA.
minutes.
It's only an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be a long ass flight, 4.5 hours, nonstop. That's a long ass flight.
The
son.
flight to Hawaii was like 10 hours. It's like 10 hours nonstop. But if you're going to like the Philippines and like that, there's going to be some
Oh yeah,
longer
24 hours. Yeah,
longer
Yeah,
legs.
the
than
trip
that.
back is 7
Yeah.
hours. The trip back is 7 hours. Wow. I'm kidding, obviously.
Yeah, that's a long flight.
Yeah. Well, I flew to Germany, so I get it. See, look,
Yeah. Yeah.
I just looked it up.
There you go.
That's amazing.
$62.
Wow.
Or you could fly from Detroit. You could go
Okay,
the other
yeah.
way. You could fly Air Emirates all the way to the Philippines.
to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's one way you could go.
What do you mean? Go like east?
Go east. Yeah.
Yeah.
Young
Yeah,
man.
you
Border?
fly
Oh, wait,
Detroit
yeah,
to Abu Dhabi, and then Abu Dhabi to probably Singapore, and then the Philippines.
Straight to the Philippines from.
Stop at Lon while you're in Singapore. You can just stop, pick you up a little feller to bring home with you too.
There you
Yeah,
go.
then you can have choices.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You can have you know. Now $62 to go to LA. I should just go to LA. One of the
There you
weekends
go.
for shits and giggles, just to go.
LA.
$62? That ain't shit.
Is that where you go? Is that where you go for shits and giggles? Is LA?
No, I usually go to LA for shits, but Austin for giggles. You know.
That's
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
I import all my giggles from Austin.
From
Yeah.
TJ. Yeah, there you go.
No, I'm just saying how cheap it is. That's all. I'm just making a comment. It's way cheaper than going to Florida, which is crazy to me. I can fly from Grand Rapids to fucking LA for $62, but it's $300 to fly to goddamn Orlando. You know, it's just nuts to me.
You don't
That's
fall off
nuts.
the simple head.
Well,
Huh?
how much it costs to go from LA to Orlando?
Oh, I don't know. Why would I? I'm not sure why I would. Okay,
why,
I'll look it
why?
up.
I mean, if you're in LA, go to Disney World.
Yeah, there you go.
Stay the fuck out of our state, dicks.
There we go. I go to Idaho
That's
Hall.
Disneyland.
So,
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Provo, Utah.
What'd you say, Alexis?
I have to go. My battery is dying.
Okay.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
Okay.
Good night, Alexis.
Bye.
Good to see you.
See y'all later,
baby.
It is good to see you.
Later.
buddy.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Well, look at this. You can't go nonstop from Philadelphia to Honolulu anymore. I mean, not through Travelocity anyway. They don't have any nonstop. They have one stops. You know, West Coast somewhere probably, but round trip $601. It's fucking cheap, and that's United
That's Hawaii. That's
from
Hawaii.
Philadelphia to Hawaii. That's what I was looking at. But you know, I think it was pretty much the same price from where I am. Okay, let's. I was doing. Oh, that's why. Let's do Orlando.
Man, let's go to
Be
Hawaii.
back
Maybe
in
I'll
just
go
a
to
minute.
Hawaii.
I was doing West Palm Beach. Of course, there's going to be a stop from West Palm Beach. Hold on now.
You know what? Maybe I'll go to Hawaii. I got a bear to do. I got to burn this in vacation time somehow. I got 168 hours.
I loved Hawaii, man.
Just came up.
Hawaii was just fucking gorgeous all the time. I mean, the places I was at, it was all very touristy, you know, but clean,
Right.
clean and beautiful and services. I mean, whatever you want, it was there. little expensive, but not crazy.
Hookers?
Round trip, $677 fucking dollar. Now it's was it $600 round trip? Because I mean, I flew out and I didn't come back for like it was like those 13 weeks. So I don't know that I bought a round trip ticket. I might have, but I could have signed on for another stay on the boat. It was 12 weeks on, and then I forget how many off. More than you were on, and then you come back on for another whatever 12 weeks. But you know, help being what it is, if you offered yourself up to sign on for 2 stays in a row, they would sign you on. And there's people that lived in that fucking thing. They're on it all year long, just putting the money away because your laundry, your food, your housing is all taken care of. You know what I mean? You spend some money on whatever you want to waste money on, but these people were socking it away. I knew this one guy, man. He was like 38, and he was just really close to retiring. Oh. And because of the different ships that he worked around the world and stuff, you know, he was thinking South Africa. Of course, South Africa was pretty cool at the time. I think he's a Tripoli. I mean, no, there was someplace else. Or Hawaii. He wasn't sure. He was choosing between the three, and he had enough money almost saved to do that, which is pretty funny. Guy at the time was like a couple years older than me, and he lived in the same town I did in New Jersey. Yeah. Oh, well. The life, the path not traveled. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. Round trip from Orlando to Oahu, $677. 16 hours. One stop in LAX.
One stop. How long is the stop? 3 hours?
And it's 5 hours and 5 minutes in LAX. Fuck you. I don't want to spend that much time.
Fuck you.
No, but so you spend $734 and then you're 2 hours and 5 minutes in Denver. Or $789 and it's 46 minutes in IAH. The fuck is that?
Iowa something?
I don't know.
IAH?
I don't know what IAH is. That's
interesting.
interesting.
LA to Manila is $900 round trip.
That's pretty cheap.
From where? LA?
That's really not bad. You know why? Because fuel prices are down. Thank you, Mr. Trump.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I might have to rebuy my. Oh, dude, I'm gonna be mad if the goddamn plane tickets are cheaper to go to in April.
I can get there in 12 and a half hours for $789. That's really not that bad, and it's only 46 minutes. But you know what? There's a point where it's too short. Like if you don't know the fucking airport.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah, the layovers too short. Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously, I like a little extra time, and if I get there quickly, that's cool. They always have bars. I'll go have a beer. You know what I mean? If I'm flying, I'm not landing somewhere where I have to, go into a business meeting or something. You know what I mean? And even if I did, I'd probably still have that beer because why not? And then sleep on the plane. But shit, that's not 46 minutes that's borderline. I'd do it. But you know what I do? I log onto these websites. I find out where IAH is. And if it's a better airport, they have a decent website. And you can practically 3D yourself throughout the whole place. Like I would get there armed with a somewhat working knowledge of an airport I've never been to. God, that's weird, huh? What the internet has done to us. You can just show up and ask for a ride.
If you fly United, it's $641 round trip.
From where to where?
To the Philippines?
LA to Manila, but it's not there's one stop.
I mean, LA. Are you going to drive to LA and fly from there?
No, fly to LA and then fly from there to.
Yeah, I can fly to LA.
Well, I know, but when you're giving us the price from LA to there,
right?
Why don't you put into the search from the airport where you're leaving from to there?
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting plan.
Second plane anyway, probably.
Yeah, you're probably going to stop in LA no matter what, unless you.
That's right.
Yeah,
might be cheaper that way. Just saying,
might
not be, but it's certainly why you're adding two together. You just pick one. I'm going from here. I'm going to there. Get me there.
It's a tough one. He might be right though, because I don't think you can use the same airline from anywhere in the U.S.
Well, that's why I use Travelocity. They'll just use whatever's available. like you might leave on Delta and end up coming back on United,
Yeah.
or your second leg might be on whatever, a different company,
If you
damn.
fly,
Southwest or somebody.
if you fly Philippine Airlines, it's a direct flight to Manila from LA. But if you fly on another flight, like say United, you might be going to Tokyo.
Can
And
you
then-
get a nonstop from Denver to there? Have you ever looked?
Nope, there's
Philippines?
no nonstop flights from Denver to
I don't think.
No.
Yeah, I don't think there is.
now to Japan.
No, what airport would you fly from initially? Are you going to drive? Not going to drive to Los Angeles.
No, I'd fly from Denver to LA.
Okay,
Yeah,
Denver.
yeah.
So what?
That's not too bad.
So did you put Denver to?
Yeah, it's usually $200 or $300 round trip.
Yeah, it's separate. Yeah, I'm just saying if you do it, if you put it in from Denver to wherever the fuck you're going, and then let it put a little
let it
package,
do all the
put a
figuring.
little package together for you, you may save a couple of dollars. That's all I'm saying.
Might.
I don't
but
know
that-
why you're
Right.
booking them separately like that. Are you gonna maybe decide to take the hang out
I tried
in
that.
LA for a couple of weeks before and then trade your ticket in, or what are you doing?
I don't know, but I got a question. How many times have you been to the Philippines, Art?
What's that?
3 times. Yeah.
How many times you been to the Philippines, Bill?
What is that?
Yeah, Bill.
Oh, maybe Art knows better how to go to the Philippines than you do.
It's not about going to the Philippines. It's about booking a flight.
Just
you watch
saying.
it. You're saying it's silly. It's got nothing to do with going to the Philippines. It's got to do with booking a flight.
I'm just
Holy
fucking with you, man.
cow.
Just saying.
What is
He's
this, the
been 3
Beavis and
times.
Butthead
You've been
show?
none times. He knows what he's doing.
Mhm.
And there's a penguin on the telly. It's got nothing to do with each
It's
other.
of course the penguins.
And you know what I got to say about all this?
How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you? You know what? I keep forgetting I have that. I love that one. I need more new stuff.
Mhm.
That's actually always been a good one. It's
And
overused.
it always will be, actually.
Yeah, but I hate to say it, it's still a good one.
But when I do it this way, then it's only a 2-hour layover in LA, and then I just fly straight to Manila. Otherwise,
you put
if I
those
do it
flights-
the other way, then it's a long layover somewhere along the way. I don't want to be,
no,
get there-
nobody wants that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of 24 hours, I could cut it down to 14 hours.
Hmm.
But that's
Very-
quite a significant cut, actually.
I've never been to the Philippines. However, my wife has gone, and she's
Mhm.
flown from the eastern side of the country.
Well, let's bring her on real quick.
It's a long fucking
And ask her if she's going
Yeah.
to the Philippines, how would she do
from
it?
New York and Pennsylvania, whatever, to the Philippines. Yeah, that's a minute.
It's no fun. Yeah, I flew to Germany. It was no fun. You know, I get it. It's no fun. It's just long. It's a long slog.
They didn't have TVs on the plane back then.
I was lucky enough to get a nonstop from Philadelphia to Honolulu. Back when I told you about that earlier, and it was funny. It was 10 hours one way and 11 hours the other way.
Oh.
Because of the air, the
Yeah, jet stream.
jet stream. Yeah,
Yep.
but that wasn't right, because I tell you what, I know why they don't do them anymore, because that plane was mostly empty. You know what I mean? It also depends on when you go, but how many people are flying from Philadelphia to Honolulu? I just went into the back, and it was a fucking wide body. It had like a second movie screen, halfway back.
Mhm.
So I just went back there and had the movie on and had the place to myself. It was actually pretty awesome.
You know what?
On the way back, there were more people.
Individual TVs on the back of the seats. You could watch your own show.
No, but in 1981, it wasn't like that.
They did have that. Yeah.
I got to sit right in front of a wide. I had to sit in front of a widescreen television with nobody to my left or right, with the arms up, stretched out like I was on a sofa. That was my flight to Hawaii. I think that was pretty fucking cool for fucking economy. Just saying.
Yeah. You know what? I'm surprised you guys don't like Starfleet Academy. You say it's juvenile. listen to you right now.
Fuck you.
I'm surprised you don't like it. It's right up your alley. It
hate
sounds
you.
like to me. It's right up your alley.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
comes back to that thing. It comes back to what Bill said, not feeling 65. You know, he still feels like he's 15. You know,
Exactly.
he's gonna go on the date with that
Best years
hologram.
of my life are ahead of me right now.
Yeah.
My brain is degenerating to juvenile arguments with people I've only been in the presence of twice and consider a friend.
IAH is National Airport, Houston.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Hey,
Bullshit.
friends throw bullshit arguments at each other
IAH
all
is
the time.
Houston, yeah.
That's part of friendship, man.
No, I'm not.
But you know what?
I'm
You know what? It doesn't matter whether it's bullshit or not. I'm right. You know, there is that.
Well, it's your show, I guess.
Exactly.
Except for that, yeah,
You
it's your
get
show.
2 meals on the flight, though. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Bill's not arguing with Art. He's just trying to explain why Art is wrong.
We're just having an intellectual conversation
Is that what you call it?
from different viewpoints.
It's like Hawking's having a conversation with.
I'm sorry that our discourse doesn't elevate to the level of intellectual, that you're at. You know, I can't even describe where you're at. You heard me stumble just now.
Yeah, he's throwing it up good.
You're up there, we're down here, in the pits, in the muds, grunting at each other and stuff. And you just got to kind of pick some words out and understand what we're talking about, and try and just patronize the shit out of us like always, and then we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my dad always said, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of baffling.
Yeah, and you do it well.
I do a lot of shitting. Today was a big shit day. Yeah.
That beard had a lot of baffling in it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I even trimmed my mustache, which was a mistake because now you can see that I don't have teeth.
See,
yeah.
That's a good question. When did they ban? When did they ban smoking on planes? You guys know?
That was like the 90s or 2000s.
Yeah,
in the 80s, you could still smoke.
I think it was in the 80s.
90s then.
Yeah, late 80s, probably.
Was it? Okay, look it up. Because in 1980s,
I worked in
I flew
clubs
to California.
84 to 09, and they stopped smoking back.
Here's interesting. You want to hear this?
Yeah,
it didn't happen all at once.
1990.
I kind of remember this. No, it since the late 1980s and 1990s, with total global compliance achieved by 2017.
Well, there you have it.
Wow. So, I mean, how about let me change it to smoking on planes in the U.S. because that was a generic worldwide fucking answer, if you want my opinion.
Yeah. Well, you notice a lot. I don't know the last time you flew, Bill, but they still have that no smoking sign.
Oh yeah, they have.
I know.
Yeah.
They do. I used to intentionally, if I had a layover, like I was flying from Northeast down to Florida to see my family, I would intentionally go through Charlotte because it was like the last airport that once you were checked in, you could smoke at. They had but you could only do it at the bar. They had this bar, behind security where you could sit there and have a beer and smoke a cigarette. And I was smoking at the time, so I would intentionally use that airport because of tobacco. Isn't that fucked up?
In the airports in the Middle East, like Doha and Dubai and Abu Dhabi, they have a separate room set aside for smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a lot. I tell you, it's a lot later than I thought it was. At 1988, a ban on smoking on flights shorter than 2 hours is implemented. Okay, I guess you're figuring you can go 2 hours without an effing cigarette. 1990, this was expanded to cover all domestic flights under 6 hours. Okay, that was 1990. Over 6 hours, I guess you could smoke and burn the plane down. 2000, the FAA admitted the extended ban to all flights. Okay, so 2000. So it's been 26 years. Still seems like it was longer than that, but okay.
Yeah, I thought so because, like I said, I flew in the late 80s and everybody was smoking on the plane.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
I remember.
I went to the Middle East
even
in
as
the
a
90s.
smoker, even as a smoker, it wasn't great. You know what I mean? It was, the plane did a pretty damn good job recirculating that air, but
Yeah.
those insides of those planes still stank.
Yeah.
They used to have ashtrays in the armrests.
Can't vape
Yeah.
on planes. You can't vape on planes
Still
either.
do. They still have ashtrays and armrests.
Some of them still do. Yeah.
Yep.
That 2000 Act apparently included anything, and somehow it included vapes. I didn't even know people were using vapes in 2000.
It probably
Yes,
got modified for vapes later.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Yeah. Although vape has been around for a while, it just gotten popular
Right.
in the last 5 years or so. But I know people that have been vaping for, I don't
Yeah,
want to
vape-
say
yeah,
much more
vaping-
than a decade, but pushing a decade anyway.
From what I read,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know how true it is. I mean, it came from the interwebs, so it must be true. Is that vaping was an invention of some Chinese doctor to help people quit smoking.
Well,
So that you would vape and you would reduce your nicotine level. I mean, it's akin to the counter. I quit smoking with the counter.
Chinese don't
Where
sell.
I didn't actually have a counter, but I knew the number of every cigarette that I put in my mouth that day. Number 18, 19, 20. Because you said I smoke a pack or I smoke a pack and a half. That's not the same as I smoke 30 cigarettes a day. You know what I'm saying? And you can get that number down just by thinking about it, and that's what you do. And then over time, and it's funny, that's how I quit. And Time Life Books or some other fucking whack job organization actually sold a method to quit smoking, which was exactly that. And they gave you a clicker and a chart to go by to get you. But that's all it is. Just reduce your addiction. And if you really don't, but yet that's the bottom line is you really want to quit.
Yeah.
Not just talk about it, cut it back, because you can't cut it back. You just I'm sorry, what?
Stop buying them.
What?
Yeah.
Stop buying them.
Stop
Well,
buying
there is
them.
that case. Some people can do that. Some people can quit cold turkey.
Back in
I
90,
quit.
yeah.
But somebody that's smoking 3 packs a day has a much harder time fucking doing that than someone that's smoking a pack a day. Your body is dependent on that much more nicotine. You're used to that much more nicotine in your system. You are going to have a headache for like 2 weeks if you just quit cold turkey. But cutting it back at least to reasonable, because that's what I did. I caught it. I was for the most part smoking maybe 8 cigarettes a day. When I got to less than 10, I figured I can quit now, and then I did.
Well,
I quit for like 8.5 years at that point.
When you consider the cigarettes in this country now is on average like £15 a packet. That's $20 a packet.
This was a good idea for him because you're not ingesting as many carcinogens or any, depending on what you're using, versus cigarettes, which have like incredible number of carcinogens.
Yeah.
And not the least of which is not a carcinogen is carbon monoxide. And having huge amounts of carbon monoxide build up in your blood is really bad for your heart, your circulatory system. There's all kinds of things that you're not going to get from one of these. Are these good for you? Absolutely fucking not. But are they a cigarette? Not even close. But that's the problem. So you're still addicted. You still keep doing it. You gotta, I'm down to 3, which is the lowest besides 0 that you can buy for the liquid. But I just go through a lot of it. I'm sorry. Well, were you gonna say something? I rolled right over the top of you. Shut up, Art.
Good for you.
Boyd, you said something.
No, I was
Lloyd?
going to ask, do you have nicotine in your vape?
Yes, and in my system, my blood.
Right, yeah.
My urine, I'd imagine.
Yeah. When I had my teeth pulled, he told me I couldn't smoke for 3 weeks because by not smoking, it keeps you from getting dry sockets and all that. So I did quit for 5 days.
I was gonna say 5 hours.
Yeah, no, I quit for 5 days.
I've had work. They always tell you that because you could end up with dry socket. You know what?
I've had my sockets.
I had dry socks.
Just don't go nuts and make sure you hydrate a lot. That's all.
Yeah.
If you really need to smoke, you can't.
Yeah.
Which I did the same thing. A couple of days later, it's like fuck this, and everything's fine.
Well, I figured if I get close to a week, I'd be halfway through the initial healing process because they said it takes about 2 weeks.
You can rationalize that all fucking night if you want to.
Yeah. Do what?
That's not what the doctor said. You're rationalizing, sir.
No, no. The doctor didn't say that. He told me to quit for 3 weeks. You know,
He
but
said what? What did he say?
he told me to quit for 3 weeks. And I'm sitting there thinking,
Right. He didn't tell you to start up in 5 days, and you're rationalizing the whole. Well, the
rationalizing, yeah.
healing had initially started, because it was 5 days. Okay, doctor.
Yeah, no, yeah, like I said, I'm making excuses, but it's like
the nicotine took over and
yeah,
said,
the whole thing
fucking
is if
smoke,
I quit cigarettes for 3 weeks, I'd never smoke again because hell, I'd got through the initial part of it by then. But
you might as well quit at that point. If you quit smoking for a month, you might as well just quit.
Right.
Although I quit for almost a year and then went back.
I quit for 7 years.
Oh yeah. I
quit 3 times.
2.5 years and went back. I quit for 8.5 years and went back.
Yep.
I quit for 17 years and then started again.
Well, sometimes stressors in your life, for some reason, cause you to do. It's not like you can walk around drunk all day. You still have to make a living, but you can smoke or vape or whatever, and so it never quite goes away, doesn't?
Yeah.
You have to hate it. I mean, you have to talk yourself into fucking hate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, smoking is the only vice I got left now. So
I don't do tobacco anymore at all. And I used to love a cigar. I used to love a good cigar.
Oh yeah.
A good cigar with a little cappuccino, whatever. And there's still places down here that do that. Cigar,
right?
Cigar places with high-end coffee and stuff and liqueurs. And I mean,
I know a guy that owns one.
It's a nice, relaxing afternoon, isn't it?
I don't go, but I know somebody that owns a bar that does that.
It just is.
If you ever hit town, I'll take you. You can go for free.
Yeah, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Michael, you're right. Cool guy. Yeah. Common knowledge. When the doctor says 6 weeks, they mean 5 days. Exactly.
It is. Yeah. You know what? I forgot that. Sometimes I forget. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You love a cigar. I did. I'm trying not to. I'm not wanting to get back into that.
Yeah.
I used to like Partagas. Partagas is a good Dominican brand. It was the Partagas number 10 was my favorite cigar for all.
Number 10. Okay.
That was also Rush Limbaugh's favorite cigar. That's why I tried it.
There you go.
Because he announced that was his favorite cigar. How expensive do you fucking think they became after that? And how hard was it to actually get them? That's all you had to do. It went from $6 to nearly $20 a cigar. It's a good cigar though. But Macanudo makes some nice stuff. I used to get these little tins, these little short Macanudos, and when I worked, I was a manager of a Ponderosa, right by the Yingling Brewery, in Pennsylvania.
Yingling.
Yingling. It was right down the street. Anyway, our bank was in the same shopping center, so I used to walk to the bank. So I'd stop. There was a place that did cappuccino. On the way, I grabbed a cappuccino to go, had my cigar because the bank was all the way down the end. I'd put it out, go in the bank, take care of business, smoke it, and drink my cappuccino. That was my de-stressifying walk to the bank.
De-stressifying, okay.
Yeah, because, dude, low-income management restaurant, high volume restaurant work is very stressful work, dude. It fucking is. It really. It's not.
Oh yeah.
Not everybody can do it. Everybody thinks they can. It's not true. It's not true.
I couldn't do it. I don't like people.
It'll fucking age you. It really will. I mean, your life and your family's future is dependent upon people who think fuck you, I'm quitting, and would walk a throwaway jobs. That's what you're building your future on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're lucky, you put together a core crew of people who actually understand what work means and will support you, and then you end up, you got to weigh burning them out and losing them because you're hiring douchebag. I mean, you have that going on. Then you've got the fucking kind of reporting that goes into just restaurants, especially back then. We didn't have computers. I was using a ledger. You broke down all your bills, all your usage, all your percentages on a ledger. They were numbered. 806 might have been cleaning supplies. 808 might be paper supply. You broke all your bills down that way, and you presented your usage and your spending, and you had to meet. And I would just call. I do all that work, and then we just call the numbers in. They would take
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
That was their end of it. You know,
You
I'd be
had
like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning because we would do these numbers every week,
yeah, and you had to
full inventory
figure
every.
in certain losses. You know, like a food dropped on the floor or a steak being returned.
No, you accounted for everything. I mean, seriously,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
You know?
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
did you mush if you're a little high in a particular department because you missed something last month? Did you, if you could do it, did you mush stuff into the wrong department intentionally? Yeah, no, we never did that. Look, you just had to stay within budget. You know what I mean? And we did a good job there. That place went up like 22% the last year I was there. It was
Oh boy.
like shit before we got there, but it's in a great location. It's in the shopping center in St. Clair, which is really Pottsville, Pennsylvania. You know, right, like I said, by the Bruin, like a fairly decent sized population and low crime, nice area. And we were busy. And you keep the place clean. You have the right attitude. You stay busy. That's all. But dude, it's just for the fucking money, dude. Low 20s. Even back then, it sucked. You know, it's terrible. Of course, our that you know what the difference is too though. Your packages were better. You know what I mean? Like if you're a manager of a restaurant, you and your family were covered. That was a thing back in the day.
Right.
Not
Speaking
anymore.
of packages, how about those ski jumpers
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah.
not being aerodynamic? Yeah.
I heard,
What the fuck? Who cares? I can't believe because they put padding in their crotch, they disqualified.
no, they injected stuff into their willy to make it larger. So that would be,
To make it engorged? No,
Yeah.
no. That's not can't
heard-
do that.
yeah, I heard that.
What, having a hard on made it more streamlined?
Apparently,
They couldn't just stick a fucking banana in her pants or something, or
yeah, some sort of acid or something they're squirting up in there.
some
What the
natural
hell?
latex padding, something. I'm just saying, why the hell? I guess it
Well,
You really want to win,
made it
buddy.
more exciting to compete. You know,
advantage is they could run in the women's track next year.
It changed the center of gravity.
Yeah, it changed their center of gravity.
That's like a runner.
he's
Right.
right.
They made it easier to keep fly
Well,
straight.
Temporarily lower your blood pressure. You know, I mean, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Did you hear about
yeah.
that? Did you hear about the guy that?
No, we didn't.
Well, he goes to the hospital. He's got a problem, and it's emergency, and he's going to be brought up on charges probably. But they went in there, they X-rayed him, and they found an object in his poop chute.
Oh, his
Nice.
rectum.
Yeah,
Right
and
up
so
his
they
back,
take him
yeah.
into surgery. They have to remove it, and then they had to call the bomb squad.
Oh, okay.
Because it was a World War I projectile that was still
I heard
alive.
about that.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard
wow.
about that.
All I
Talk
could think
about
of was
explosive
Armageddon.
diarrhea.
Yeah, well,
Cha-cha-cha.
and so they had to call the bomb squad, and it had to be taken out and disarmed and all that stuff. So now they're going to charge him for all of that because
You're
first
right.
off, he's not even supposed to have that round, you know.
Oh,
And
Then they're not supposed to have it where he had it.
yeah.
well, and the reporter here was reading it, and he's all I could think of is that thing Armageddon. You know? Yeah, exactly. And but he was reading it like that. He's cracking up. He says, "I guess he meant this as a joke," and I'm thinking, no, he didn't mean it as a joke. He knew exactly what he was doing, but like
Huh?
you know,
You hear what he
there's-
was doing.
oh yeah, there's some really
Yeah, it gives a
different
whole
levels
new
of stupidity, and he
the word
below it.
crap.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
So
god.
ethical question. I'm gonna put new rear sights on my one of my guns, right?
Right.
There's a tool to do it. It's called a sight pusher, right?
Oh,
Yeah, but it's gonna be like something I'll probably only do once in my entire life.
Well, how
Is
much-
it just a shitty thing to do to buy it off Amazon and then return it once
How
I
much
change
is
it? Oh, if you want one that looks like it's halfway decent, it's about $40. So it's not huge
I
money.
wouldn't send it back. You never know when you need it again.
Yeah.
You haven't been here. I got piles of shit that I.
Oh, yeah.
No, I get that, but keep it somewhere with your guns. If you use them twice, it'd be.
Hello, Jim.
Just think what they would charge you to
Hey,
have
Jim
it
Tronic.
done at the gun, the
Hey,
gun point.
Jim.
I'm just
Yeah, I
saying.
guess so.
You
No,
could always
that's-
sell it on
That's
eBay.
the only reason to do that is not because it's a hobby and you want to do it, and why am I buying this tool? But it could save you money, and you don't have to
Well, I
leave
can
your
just buy
gun,
it again later.
Well,
and give it back.
but
I just return it
$20
again.
is cheaper than taking it to a gunsmith and having them do it.
I know,
Yeah.
but if I return it, it's
Well,
free.
that's what I said. You used it 2 times. You paid for itself. Now you
Yeah,
got it. Well,
Yeah.
he could live longer than he thinks he's gonna. You know what I'm saying? He may have more guns in the future that he wants to use this tool on.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I'm
You know,
not
you-
saying that I would never ever want to use it again. I'm saying the likelihood is low, right?
Look.
I understand what you're saying. I
And
have so many tools that I use.
I got so much bullshit, man. I
Years
was just
ago,
going through my little
and then
man
can't
cave
find
back
it and
here.
buy another one.
Yeah, look at all the friggin' shoes he's
I
got.
can find
He's
the
got
original one
shoes
while I'm
and
using the other one, the new one. Sorry,
Hell, I just
Yeah,
bought
you
8 more
could-
pairs
you
of
could-
jeans the other day.
I have no room for my shit. Actually, I need to go through it and.
Oh yeah,
I have so many duplicates, triplicate. How many pipe cutters do you need? I can never find the fuckers when I need them. They're not expensive, so I buy another one. And I'm telling you, while I'm using it, I find the one I was looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, it happens to me
That's my
all
point.
the time. Yeah, but I like having my power tools. I do enjoy that.
Well, I just keep tripping over shit, and I'll be like back there,
I
and
got
I go, "Oh, holy shit! I forgot. I didn't even know I had one of these." I just buy this dumb shit, and I end up with like racks of the same thing, and it's like Jesus.
I got a
And this
cabinet
might be where I draw the line. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I just want to use my drawers and my cabinets and stuff without, having a hard time closing them, and have them in a decent order. And I've been talking about this for the longest time. That will probably be my first accomplishment today. I officially retire. Because although I'm going to retire, probably, I don't know, maybe soon, maybe not. Maybe it's going to take 2 more years, but I'm still going to do shit. And part of it's going to be using that garage so that, if I'm only working 3 days a week, because I'll probably keep working, that gives me 4 days to do shit, So, I mean, dude, save me so much. I mean, I know I have stuff and I spend so much time looking for it.
Yeah.
It's stupid. No, it's just stupid. It should be organized.
Yeah.
That's my biggest problem. A lot of money tied up there,
Well,
I mean,
I bought
the power tools are no problem. I got one cabinet. You open it up, and there's my power tools. You know what I mean? That's fine. But all the shit that you buy over the years, clamps and rivets and whatever, and tools. But you can't have too many 10 millimeter sockets.
Oh, you can never have too many of those.
No, cannot have too many of those. I'm down to one. I got several kits, but I'm down to maybe I might have 2 actually. I got a cheap shit kit out in the truck. I think there's a 10 mil in that one.
I got a tool here that I ordered, and it's got all these different. It's for working on a guitar, because they all have those real thin nuts on them, and so it's got the 14 millimeters, 7/16, 11 millimeter, 14.
Yeah, you can't get those multi tools everywhere you want to, but it's still very handy. Is that plastic?
Yeah, it's
that's just that's for guitars.
It's actually let's see, Music Nomad is who makes this, and they're not that expensive. It even comes with a reversible, Phillips and straight blade.
Hey Lloyd, I've actually seen plastic spanners that you can 3D print on Maker World.
Yeah, I thought about doing that, and
here's that's the thing too. Why would Lon need all that shit for? He lives in an apartment. owning your own house, you got to do a lot of shit. You got to have a lot of tools, or you're paying people a lot of fucking money, but they're doing trim work around the base of your garage door opening. Cost you quite a bit, versus $60. You know what I'm saying, or less. Just saying. But
Yeah, it's just crazy. That's all. Like these little condoms here for my Samsung tags, right?
Right.
For my stupid smart tags,
yeah.
like the Apple tags.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just this is an example of this. So I bought some. I couldn't find them. I said, fuck it, and bought some more. So now I got like I got boxes of these stupid things. I only got like 4 tags, but I got 10 of these stupid. I got like 20 of these stupid condoms for them.
Are they different colors? I mean, you could just like spruce it up.
I got the black ones. Yeah, I got the black ones because I put them on my drone cases.
Maybe I feel lavender today, and you can change the color.
Yeah, I put them on my drone cases. You know what I mean? So if I walk away without my drone case, which is I'm not likely to do, but if I were to do that, like Dennis Lovelady did, who was there for that one? Nobody here, I don't think. Dennis Lovelady left his drone somewhere, and if I do that kind of shit, my watch.
Yeah, you got it back. I remember that. Yeah. Some guy found it and knew what. Later, after we all left, I remember that, and he was just a guy who and he happened to be a guy who fly drones. He went there by himself. I guess he worked that day, and he had heard about the thing that went on, and kind of reached out through either Facebook or the website or something.
Yeah.
And he brought it back to the hotel. That was pretty cool, actually. And I don't know what you're going to do with it. It's registered,
I share the photo. You might find amusing if you like to pull that up.
I don't know. I doubt it. Let's see.
Why you do that? Here's another thing I found in my man cave. A bunch of Google Nests.
Again, as I said, I don't find that particularly amusing.
Who is that?
Actually, I look pretty good there, to tell you the truth. I like that.
Oh, is that Bill?
Yeah. You've captured the circles under my eyes. Yeah. Beautifully.
Oh, the AI build is the clown.
That's the part that you don't need makeup for because they are there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The lines on my forehead are a little abrupt, but okay.
Yeah.
Now, I did get a better one of you.
Okay, you can stop sharing that.
Oh, there you go.
You got a lot of time on your hands there.
I think you'll like this.
I know. I mean, it's really
think about you guys
at home by himself, dressing me up as a clown. You know, I mean, think about that. What's going on there?
Yeah.
I am a sexy beast. I understand that. What are you gonna put up there now?
Wrong one. I thought this
wrong one. That's me in the shower.
I found 6 of these in my apartment. Still brand new in the package. Google Nest. Google Nest Mini.
Right.
Yeah.
They actually sent me one for free.
Did you guys sent me like 4 of them for free back in the day. That's why I have them. Yeah, while he's doing that, Google this for something to rant about very briefly. They went to Gemini, right? I had continued conversation on all my minis or all my Google devices. So I would ask them what the weather is, and then they would tell me. And I said, well, what about tomorrow? And then they would tell me and say, well, how much snow? And they would tell me. Now you got to say, hey, you know what, every time.
Yeah.
It doesn't do continued conversation anymore since I've gone to Gemini. And I thought maybe it was because of these, because I had Gen 1s around my house, and these are all Gen 2s.
Yeah, it'll probably change and develop over time.
It's still annoying. There was a feature it had that it took away.
I tell you, I immediately noticed a difference in Alexa when they went to Alexa Plus, which is like the AI version of Alexa. Right, she became sassy. She was fucking sassy with me, and she was actually kind of funny. So whatever. It's not like and here's the thing with all this new shit. That was interesting for 20 minutes. I haven't thought about it since, till you brought up the Nest.
Yeah, I don't even have any of my devices on anymore. I just
tired of it.
Have you Paul Murray when he
what did you do? Now I look like I'm on The Sopranos here.
Yeah, there you go.
What the fuck is that?
You sort of do look like a monster there.
Yeah. That's from Rock AI.
And what did you tell it to do? Maybe look like Ed Wood?
No, you look more like George Clooney.
Oh,
George
well,
Clooney.
I don't see that at all.
I don't see that at all.
Clooney,
No,
I
I
guess.
don't
even
see
a
it.
little.
Both men.
It definitely has a little
Asian.
gangsterish kind of look to it, though.
When's the last time you had your eyes checked, Art?
It took some pounds off me, which was nice.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I looked like a killer.
And these
You
are all
did
from
look-
like
you did look like
2020,
a
by the way.
Huh?
These are all from 2020. I've had these like just laying around my house for 5 fucking years. Brand
Yeah.
spanking new in the
They
back.
would still work. They'll probably just update and work if you ever.
No, I hooked one up to see if it would go to continue conversation, and it doesn't. So
Oh no,
I'm
because
just
they
over
changed it. I mean, obviously, they
yeah,
changed
yeah.
it.
So yeah, I'm just over it. I'm like, oh my effing god. So I might go with Lloyd. It's not like I need them. As long as I have my phone will do it anyway. As long as I have my phone with me, that's all I really need. I don't need them to be stationary in the house. I almost never go from anywhere in my house without my phone. You know what I mean? I normally have my phone on me, so I don't really need.
I got the one with the 8-inch screen on it. I bought
Yep, me
that one for Judy so that when I was out, she could just call me on it, and then I could see how she was doing. But I don't need it now.
Alexis for me is just kind of a novelty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell it to close the garage door on the way out, so I don't actually have to go on my app or use the clicker in the truck. Alexa, close the garage door on the way out. That's a little bit of a convenience. Alexa, garage light on. Comes on.
Right.
Oh, fuck. Thing just turned the garage light on. Alexa, garage light off. There is that. You got to watch what you say.
Yeah.
I don't need the devices. It'll work through your phone.
Yeah, no, I understand.
It'll work through my phone.
It's good convenience to be able to just say things without having to pick shit up.
As long as you got your phone on you, I can say things and my phone will do it.
You could do that too.
Bill, this is anime. I think you'll like.
Huh?
Anime.
He did another one.
No, we won't like it.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought I shared it. There we go. All right.
I'm with you, Lloyd. I got 2 of the small Google Max. I got 1 Google Max and I got 2 of the small screen. I got 1 in each bathroom.
Well, why are you showing? What is this?
Now he even looks like an anime assassin.
Yeah, there you go.
An anorexic.
The one on the left.
Wow.
That was hard to say without no teeth. Anime. Yeah, okay.
Anorexic anime. It's a whole new thing.
Ooh.
You crossed me with what's that actor? What's his name? I love him. King of New York.
I thought you were going for
King of New York. King of New York, Art.
King of New
You were going for
York.
like Boardwalk Empire guy. I thought you were going for like Boardwalk Empire.
Daniel Day-Lewis?
No.
No.
Are you talking about King of Queens?
See, I thought you were talking about Steve Buscemi.
Oh.
No. Dude.
Oh, Kevin James?
No. King of New York is Christopher Walken. That's
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's what I was brain farting on. I expected you to.
Yeah.
You're like
Anyway, that picture
hat
had a
art.
little Christopher Walken kind of look to it.
Yeah, it did. It did. Yeah.
Just saying.
Sure.
And I didn't like it.
Kind of bug eyed.
Stick you in the face with a fork. That was from Seven Maniacs. Fucking funny movie. I like that guy.
This one's Lloyd.
Oh, great.
Oh God, Art, seriously, you're not like touching yourself and stuff.
No, I look like Uncle Jesse.
Dude, I thought you looked like Mel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you do? What was the touch up here? And actually, that doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look that. If you look that good, I'm just kidding. What did you? What's the filter? What did you do, Art?
This is Grok AI using. I just said make anime.
So you took his picture and said make anime.
Yep.
Oh,
okay.
Then it did that to it. I mean, there was no filters on it. No dark and make. It looked like it took his face and tried to make it look more real than it already was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it took a cartoon face, it would make it look closer to real. But then this thing did that with a real face, and basically turned it into that. Which I guess it has to. If it has to control it, you got to simplify the lines. If you're
Yeah,
going to make it
yeah.
actually talk and speak, it'll get better as time goes on. But that's a lot of data, you know,
Yeah.
to make something interactive like that actually looks real. You know, inclinations and intonations and inflections and blah blah blah. Takes a lot of
Have
data.
you seen these?
All things considered, it does a pretty good job now, to tell you the truth. What?
Have you seen those AI things that shows like the cast of Happy Days? You know what they look like, their age
Yeah.
and everything, and what they look
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and with the angel wings if they've died. And those are pretty damn good.
yeah. It's stuff like that's cool, but that's something you render too. It's not something you could necessarily do live.
Right?
But
Yeah. No. Yeah.
but pretty cool stuff. I would be pretty cool to be able to have an AI representation of myself that actually looked like me. And I could just fucking. Yeah, what do you think?
They've done that already. They had Apple did that with the animal, and Samsung did it with animojis. They've done that.
Well,
It's
they
not
did
a
that.
perfect representation, but
Zoom has it too. Yeah, you can pick some avatar, and there's
Oh,
ways
no,
to do it.
it's-
There's ways to do it with what the fuck, the one that this
Streamlab?
one's based on, Streamlab. No, yeah, Streamlabs.
StreamYard?
StreamYards.
Streamlabs. No, the original, like
Streamlabs. Yeah.
the one that's free. You got to stream from your computer. Right. That one, there's ways to do it too, but you got to be fairly technical to set it up and make it work right. Especially with those, you're doing all the work from your PC, so you're bringing in people through Zoom, like you'd set it up to accept Zoom calls, for example, or set it up to accept Messenger video calls. And then they would. That's how they would enter your chat. And, and you'd have a split screen, and it's all manual. You have a split screen, and you resize their chat to fit the fucking the template you have for. You have a template for 2 people, a template for 3.
OBS.
It's all manual, right? So you have that on the left. You're doing that while you're chatting live on the right, and making it fit, and then you just swap and go. That's
Well, that's what is the program you and I both have, Art?
OBS.
No,
it's Talk Studio, Streamlabs.
No,
what I was talking about was OBS. I mean, and that's just bare bones. Open source.
vMix, vMix was a lot like that.
Yeah.
That's what I used for years.
Yep, I did too.
Till StreamYards came out, and I started using it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it on your phone.
Well, yeah, I did. I used both, but vMix, you'd bring in, depending on the license you paid for, you could bring in up to 5 people, with it. But it used a lot of your resources. So if you didn't have a PC that was big enough,
were you able to give them a link though, or did you? Or did they have to call you? Because
no, I'd send them. I'd send them a link.
So that means it was through their servers, actually. But you probably had all like a split screen. Because they're not the only ones that do that. Where you're live streaming, but you have a split. You're your own producer basically, and and then you pick what your background changes to. You pick to live on the left, and then you just engage, and then it just just whatever. But
like a news desk up front,
Yeah, but the more primitive, the free stuff, you got to do it all yourself, unless you got somebody sitting next to you doing it.
Yeah.
And it really is receiving phone calls. And people drop, then you got to switch. So that's why you leave like ready to go. You got your double. Like say there's 3 of you, and somebody just drops his phone call. Now you just got this signal thing showing there, and you got to actually change to a different live.
Yeah.
Anyway, so too much work for me.
This one's done. I think this really looks like Clay Beach.
That's Don who?
Mike Ball.
Are you kidding me? What, in about 15 years?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's beautiful. That's what they did to his face, huh? To the AI. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you, Art, for sharing.
You're welcome.
Speaking of avatars, Samsung had a program they were doing for a minute where they were gonna have artificial avatars that were you, and
Right.
they kind of shelved it. I don't know why. I think there's some implications. It's the same reason why Alexa and Google won't allow you to name your assistants.
Yeah.
Because there was some concerns that people get too attached to this, that, and the other. They were going to have an actual. They had a girl named Sam was going to be your interactory with Samsung, and then they kind of scrapped it.
Yeah. Well,
They kinda scrapped
there was a story that came out here just a while back about. I think we talked about it on one of these shows about AI dating. These virtual dating an AI avatar.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And some of these guys, I guess,
And why are you reading about stuff like that? Why? Just saying.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Belong my real doll.
Where's this information coming from, Lloyd? What's
from
going
our
on?
local news station?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, actually,
before you
it was
watch
on
this news station, did you have
No,
to?
it's actually on
Did you have to say that you're over 21? I'm sorry.
No, they actually brought it up on Fox. And one of the yeah.
They had that doll that just walked like a human.
Oh
They had
yeah,
that robot that looks like he's walking across the floor. They finally cracked that one, so it doesn't all
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
Japan
like
just brought
within
out a new one.
I saw that. They brought that up on Gutfeld within 92%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he
But
said,
you can
"But
still
don't worry, you can still
fuck it. Yeah.
I saw that one too, yeah.
It's a USA." They're nuts. What the fuck?
Wow, man, that's horrible.
Wow.
Horrific.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's not
Wow.
like I don't like it. It's kind of cool. But does it look like Don?
I don't think it looks anything like him, but it's a
Not
fun
even a
character
little.
to look at.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I'm just playing around with it. I thought, oh, let's try video. And I go, oh, that's
What was he
brilliant.
doing exactly there? Was that him
Just
talking?
moving around. Hey,
Look
look
like
at that.
Art does, just
No,
shaking
but
his
his
head,
mouth
moving
was
around.
going a mile a
saying shit.
fucking minute. What was going on?
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
I mean,
Oh,
you didn't give it any instructions,
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
or was
I
he just having a
do that with
stroke
you
of
too.
some sort? What?
I just hit make video. I could put in prompts. I could tell it to say something, and yeah.
Well, apparently the AI thought that he has tremors or something. I guess. Kind of saw something in him that just
MS or something. Yeah.
something.
MS 13. Yeah.
No, MS isn't that bad. Well, you had MS, right, Lloyd? That's not the same thing. What am I thinking
I
of?
have multiple sclerosis.
I'm
yeah.
thinking of Michael Fox. What did
Oh,
he have?
that's Parkinson's. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay,
That's
my
what-
mistake. Sorry about that.
That's what Judy had. I had MS and she had Parkinson's. I said we won the neurological lottery.
Yeah. There you go.
I'd trip over thin air and she would shake all over the place. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking it'd save you quarters in hotels, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was just interesting. That's all about the AR avatars they were doing. Because you can at one point you could make FaceTime calls and use your avatar.
Yeah.
And it would try to mimic your facial expressions to the other person you're talking to.
Or at
That's
least
what I
open
was
your
saying.
clothes and right.
Yeah,
Right,
it would open his eyes, and I could pull it up on my phone if I wasn't live streaming the stupid fights.
We did
I
that.
was gonna pull it up on my phone.
Laura used little Laura.
Yeah.
They were all Zoom, and they would we would enable that, and then we would turn into giraffes or whatever, cats,
Right.
and it would listen to you and basically mimic you, or
Yeah.
It did it quickly too. It didn't seem like there was like a delay. If there
Right.
was, it was minimal. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of fun.
When Apple was doing that on the phone, I created an
Years
avatar.
ago.
Yeah, and that's what I send to people. Now I got one of me laughing. You know, it shows me with the beard, and and it's completely an animated thing. It's sort of a 3D animation, but I mean, it's
Right.
I
But,
think, and here's the funny thing about that: maybe possibly having a full face beard like that makes it easier to animate or more, to animate you
oh yeah, yeah,
when you're
yeah.
talking, or maybe
Yeah.
not. I don't know, but
You can hide a lot of
maybe.
shit with the beard. Yeah,
Yeah, because the beard doesn't do that much while you're talking. It's just in this area right here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do it now. Your phone will do it right now.
Yeah.
As far as the animojis,
Yeah.
I never got into it. I made one and everything. You take your picture, you know what I mean, and then you can modify how you look, however you want, and then you could use it for your FaceTime, or they don't call it FaceTime, voice video calls or whatever.
Yeah, video
if you
call.
want. Yeah, yeah. And they got better and better and better. Then they kind of fell off, and everybody just didn't care anymore. It was kind of
Yeah.
funny because Apple came out with it, and they had the tiger and the lion and the yada
Right.
yada.
Yeah.
And then they had the little person for you, and then
Right.
then Samsung did it too, and everybody did it. And then all of a sudden they said, "Nah,
They just
nobody
quit using
cares,"
it,
and
yeah.
they just quit doing it. Yeah, you don't even hear about it anymore. Yeah, it's kind of funny. They're making music videos using those things for a while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've seen there's a bunch of music videos out there where they're using animojis and whatnot.
Yeah,
They're kind of cool. Yeah, when they
Been
just
around a long time.
yeah,
Well,
they just kind of went yeah.
avatars.
Yeah.
I
It's
remember
cool though.
hell when we were on dial-up, there was Avatar realistic worlds where you were actually a guy walking around, or you could be a fish floating around talking to people. And when you talk, the fucking fish's mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Move. Yeah. It was so far ahead of its time, But that was on dial-up. I mean, that was so long ago.
Wow, that
Yeah.
what was a long time ago. I remember back when live streaming just started. You could change your head into some animal or something.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Zoom, if you were on Zoom had it forever.
Yeah.
I think they
Right,
still
yeah.
do. Matter of fact,
I'm trying to think who
I have
that
to
guy.
repeat myself.
There was
Go on,
one
go
guy
on.
that did live streams every day, and he used one of those avatar face covers.
Mhm.
It's kind of the ultimate laziness. You know what I mean? You just stay within vocal range of the microphone and
Yeah.
do your stream. But
Laura's other half, David, he used to do that.
well, what would be funny is 30 years from now we're still doing this stream and we look exactly the same. How is that?
Mhm.
With the tubes hanging down. Hey, all right. What do you? No, he
Well,
won't be.
we won't even be doing it. We'll just have our downloaded
AI.
minds doing it.
Our
Yeah.
synapse. Yeah.
Yeah. Our brain,
synapse
they
will
would
be
just download our
installed into
brains
the-
and
yeah,
they'll be doing it.
Right. And you know what? It can assist. You could just express the thought that you want to express, and it would just use its words. Oh, I'd like to make the point of blah blah blah, and then he would just make a point
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I don't
exactly.
want anything that can translate my thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, if you
Yeah.
can't do it, why should anybody else?
Oh, how dare you?
Oh, wait a minute. You're right.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you?
The tone of the voice. I mean, just what's the word for that? I mean, she was just so.
No, the facial expression
Indignant.
is oof. That facial
At least
expression.
Who was that?
I think it's a couple levels above. that.
Thunberg. Greta Thunberg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that? How dare you? That's part of our lexicon nowadays.
Oh my
yeah,
God. That's
yeah.
part of
Dare
that's
you.
like where's the beef, man? That's part of the zeitgeist now.
Talking about the environment, and that's around the time that she was, she and others were predicting that we'd all be dead by now. By the way,
Oh yeah.
and we've
We'll be
gone
dead
past
10
that,
years
so
ago.
now she's all about the Palestinians. She just moved
Oh
on.
yeah.
No, she
you
moved
know,
on to
that's
ice now, hasn't she?
Oh,
is
I
not-
don't know who hasn't. Everybody's.
Yeah, she's
All
moved on. I think she's moved on. Has she moved on to ice? It seems
I
like
don't
he
know.
has.
I don't
Last
know.
I heard was the Palestinian thing. I haven't heard anything since.
I remember the Palestinian thing,
Yeah.
for a
I
while.
don't know about ICE. She's more international than
Yeah, it's
you
gonna get what happens here. Yeah. Although if it's popular and they'll get a lot of clicks, man, it don't matter.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
That's what it's
Absolutely.
all about. It's getting
Like, you know, like
attention.
loading a bunch of idiots that can't sail on a boat to bring, you know, a couple of
Supposed supplies.
a couple 100 pounds of supplies, while the Israelis are supplying over 1 million. How many tons? Was it 1,000 tons of food a day?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, it was such a bullshit. And here's the thing: you don't know who you're going to run across to in those waters. They're lucky it was the fucking Israelis, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
should count their blessings.
Yeah, it could have been some of those pirates, you know, and been
Absolutely, it's
taken
all about,
hostage.
and
Yeah.
it's all about money. They're not
Yeah.
animals; they're poor. It's all about money.
And they'll rape and murder them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have no qualms about that. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely trust me. None. No
Mhm.
qualms.
Yeah.
Anyone that's not them aren't even human, as far as they're concerned.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, they can do anything they want to you. It doesn't matter because you're not one of us. There's no rules. So it's just it's something else. Some horrific scenes that have been seen. But anyway, yeah, anything to get attention for these people.
I know.
It's a crack. I don't we'll get into politics necessarily, but I'm just saying it's
Right,
not even
yeah.
about politics anymore. It's about
No, it's just
attention.
attention. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about attention. It's about getting clicks. It's about what's the going trend right now? Let me get on this bandwagon so I can generate a bunch of clicks.
Yeah. I mean,
let's be controversial. That gets me even more clicks.
yeah, and it just changes from. I mean, go back 10 years and look at what they were arguing about then, and now look where we're at, where it's something else. They just because they have nothing to contribute to society. So
Right.
They don't work, they don't invent or create things.
Nope.
All they do is bitch.
Yeah, they don't do anything. And I know I'm always this guy, but it can be a lot on the both sides of this. They just sit around and complain about their lives and where they are, and it's always somebody else's fault. It's always some outside force. If it's not, they took our jobs, it's the white man, or it's this something, or the patriarchy. It's something all the time.
Yeah,
it's at fault for their lack of
exactly.
Accomplishment. It's got to be somebody else's fault. It can't be my fault.
It's easier to umbrella everything under those amorphous terms without even being able to explain why.
Right.
Yeah.
Why it's a patriarchy, or why, or how, in what way. You just boy, these are slogans. They're not even thoughts.
Yeah.
No, they're just and it's too bad because some of these people, if they applied themselves, could probably be very accomplished.
Well, if they put as much energy into accomplishing something that would contribute to society, if they put into bitching about stuff, they would have done something worthwhile. But the things they're doing is not contributing. They're trying to change society, but they're not doing anything to actually help. They're just sitting around pointing fingers and bitching.
Right. Well, they're trying to find meaning in their lives because up until this point, they've done nothing meaningful.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Their lives are empty and they've done nothing.
Story as old as time. That's most young people forever and ever,
It's not young people, though. These people are middle-aged housewives or ex-housewives.
You're right. There's a lot of that. Too.
Yeah. These are 30s and 40-year-old white women running around, blocking
with purple
traffic.
hair.
Yeah. And it's like, what the hell? Some of these women are 50, 60 years old with purple and blue hair. And I'm not even talking about one side of the aisle either. I'm saying
there's
overall, they have no meaning in their lives. They're divorcees with 4 cats, and it just blows my mind. Childless.
I don't even understand what they think they're doing. This federal law enforcement coming in and acting on warrants They
Right,
have
like I said, I'm
warrants
not
for
even
these guys,
focusing on that.
and they wouldn't be in the neighborhood if the fucking jail, the local. See, the
Right.
state jails were always turning them over
Right.
because
Right.
they had to. They were
Yeah,
forced.
yeah.
The
No.
local, it's the county and local that are not
Right.
that weren't turning them over. So
Right,
they
right.
finally, but that puts them and it puts people at risk and in danger. And you have to use multiple people versus showing up at the jail with 2 guys.
Yeah, and they escort them out. But yeah, I'm not even focusing on ICE. I'm saying in general, just the Just Stop Oil movement, the Just Stop, whatever. These people just.
Oh, I understand. I just say they're all over the place, and these things aren't happening. More people have been deported out of Florida than there by like 3 times or 4 times or something. And
Right, I just mean
it's the thing that's causing the problems is the interference with them doing their jobs.
right.
They're not
I mean, in general, though, I mean,
they're not putting them
general,
in a microwave. They're
the
deporting
general malaise, though, and the lack of identity and the lack of purpose in
Yeah.
general, that people are just constantly searching. And I don't care if they're certain types of people that join the Nazi party, the neo-Nazi party, or certain types of people that march with, Just Stop Oil, or certain types of people that it's like this lack of identity, this lack of purpose that cause people to gravitate to these groups. Like if it's Antifa or it's the Proud Boys or it's this or that, it doesn't matter. They just lack purpose in their own lives, and they just looking for purpose on an exterior.
The reason it's heavily female is because it's all based on feelings. The feeling. It's not based on facts or actual law, for that matter. What they're doing is fucking patently illegal, but it doesn't matter because what they think they're doing is based on feelings. They think they're saving the lives of their innocent neighbors from this regime because they're buying it. They're buying this.
Yeah.
This story. And if these people were turned over, what's happening? There are people with orders that they find by accident because they go to the place where the person they were looking for lived. Well, guess what happens? ICE found you. Oh, they look up your name. You have an order. Okay, you're gone. They weren't looking for you in the first place. That's why they're supposed to just arrest the worst of the worst. Well, if they're cohabitating with these worst of the worst, that's
exactly.
a chance to take. And besides, it doesn't matter. You had an order to leave, and you ignored it. I mean, and that's it. Nobody's killing these guys. I mean, seriously, the only people that died are protesters,
right?
God.
And these protests are being organized by an app called Ice Out or something like that.
Yeah,
or something. They got a Signal app, is what they're using. Signal app. To keep everybody up to date. They're actually giving out license plate. There was actually some apparently some law enforcement people got in trouble for it. I mean, off duty, but they're actually running fucking plates. What you're doing is you're interfering.
Yep.
Yeah.
With armed federal officers. That trumps local and state, by the way. Federal just does. There's a clause that the Constitution of the United States, the what's it fucking called?
Supremacy clause.
Supremacy
I get
clause.
it.
Yeah. Step off. You want to protest? That's fine. Of course, it's your right. But protesting doesn't include impeding progress.
No.
Of arresting officers or anyone for that matter. You don't have the right to impede anybody's civil liberties. And what you're doing when you're impeding traffic is you're impeding everybody's right of ingress, egress, whatever it's called. They're going into churches now. I mean, and screaming in the faces of those parishioners, and they were screaming at this child that their parents were white supremacists and deserved to die. You can sit there crying his eyes out, and they just went there to go to fucking church. But, well, that's an absolute crime. First Amendment. No, you don't have the First Amendment invade private property like that and terrorize people who are using their constitutional right.
Well, there's no First Amendment on private property anyway. The First Amendment applies. There's no First Amendment
on private property. No, there isn't.
Yeah, it's all about the government. It has nothing to do with private.
But even worse than that, there is a constitutional right to worship.
And
there's something called the FACE Act. People keep calling it the FACE Act. It's a FACE Act, which it makes it a federal crime to do what they did. You can't impede a religious service like that. It's a federal
during the KKK,
and a serious one, by the way.
Yeah.
They started
Yeah,
that
and
to
you don't
combat
see him
the
doing
Ku
that.
Klux Klan.
He's fucking
Yeah,
true.
and you don't see him doing that to a mosque.
They were calling them white
Whoa!
supremacists.
Could you imagine
Oh
if a
yeah,
bunch
yeah,
of
that
What
was
made them white supremacists? Because
conservatives
they're
went
white?
stomping into a mosque, into a Somali mosque, let's say, and started
yeah,
chanting, "Stop the fraud! Stop the fraud!" or something
yeah.
like that. Could you imagine
Oh
how the
hell,
news
yeah,
agencies
that
would
was
what they would effing lose it?
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? And
exactly.
then I'm
Yeah,
saying in Minneapolis because we're in Minneapolis, so yeah. If a bunch of white people stomped into a Somali mosque and during
oh
their
yeah,
service
yeah.
and started chanting "Stop the fraud," could you just
Proof that
imagine?
the reason Don Lemon was arrested is because he broke the law. Even journalists have to obey laws. They
Oh
can't
yeah, yeah.
they can't assist in a fucking crime. And based on what
Right.
he actually said live, he's he's going to at least be fined. He may see jail time because he actually admitted.
Helping them plan it.
Just
Yeah.
gave it to them. You know, the Face Act,
Yeah.
bam, 100%. He's fucked. He can do all the
Oh yeah,
fucking
yeah.
mugging he wants in all these programs right now. He's riding that whole thing. But
Oh my God, it's the best thing that's happened to him in years.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, Kimmy.
You know,
You're just about forgot about the goddamn guy until
been
this.
around.
Oh, wouldn't it be nice if we did?
He's been around doing stupid shit. But the Don Lemon YouTube, whatever. He's a journalist. He's got a YouTube channel. He's a former journalist who got fired. First of all, that's fine. You want to call him a journalist? I don't know. I guess there's got to be some definitions for that. Like X amount of followers, or if you're going to be a digital journalist, you know what I mean. There's got to be something. One time it had to do with contributing to a journal. Actually producing.
I know. Okay, well, let me ask you this: the devil's advocate, just real quick. Remember the kid that went to the Somali Leering Center and whatnot and exposed and stuff like that? Yes. And he called himself a journalist, and a lot of people on the left laughed at him and said, you're a YouTuber. You're not a journalist. And he calls himself a journalist. So is he a journalist?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's just,
Don Lemon's a journalist.
Did he say
Don Lemon's a journalist then?
Did he say he was a journalist, or did he say he's a YouTuber?
I
didn't hear that guy say
he was a journalist. Yes, he
didn't
did. He
say.
claimed to be a journalist.
Neither did Don Lemon.
I didn't think he said he was a journalist.
I think he claimed to be a journalist.
Huh? The guy, what's his name?
He did a bunch of interviews. I'm pretty sure he claims to be a journalist. Yeah.
No, you're assuming that he's got a YouTube channel.
No. I've watched a bunch of interviews with him. I'm pretty sure he claims to be a journalist.
I don't know about that. You don't even, what's his name?
Yeah, you're right. That's
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're a journalist or not. You can't break the law while you're covering something. You can't be part of it. He was clearly part of it. He brought fucking donuts and coffee.
I'm not saying he's right. I'm saying Don Lemon's not a journalist. I'm saying, well, then Nick Shirley's not a journalist.
He wasn't a journalist. I said, but that's
and Annie Now wasn't a journalist.
Is he a journalist? But he was a journalist with CNN, and got fired from there. And then he was a journalist for Elon, and then he got fired from there.
Right.
And now
that
he
didn't last a minute, did it?
YouTube channel. He said it. So I mean, we're all journalists, I guess.
Technically, when the First Amendment auditors all claim to be journalists, the people that go into police stations or whatever and film all claim to be journalists. So
I think to be, and I that could be way off in this. I think to be a journalist, your work has to be reproduced, somewhere. Like what you contribute, not necessarily a newspaper, but maybe a newspaper or a magazine or other YouTube channels or television or whatever, some other medium. Like being a journalist means you contribute to maybe even a bigger organization. There used to be you used to have a card to be a journalist. You know what I mean? Because you, I mean that's maybe those times are gone, and now it's just a kind of a description of what you do. But so there's got to be some description. So what is the description? If it's I have a YouTube channel, I've got 10,000 followers, and I report on the news, does that make me a journalist? I don't know. Does my work get picked up by other larger or even same size other outlets, or newspapers or something, or you get recognition? Maybe that makes you a journalist.
Yeah. Well, the administration, this administration, has now started for the daily press briefings. Has now started letting YouTube
influencers.
Influencers. And I just looked up, and that's what they call him. He's a YouTube influencer.
Influencer,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like journalists who make their living writing for. Sometimes they could be freelance, but they're selling their stories, to different
Yeah.
to different places, or they
Ameri-
work directly for some media outlet and they produce, reprintable whatever, actual like AP or something like that. But to be called a journalist just because you have a YouTube channel and a whole bunch of followers,
Right.
no,
Yeah.
then neither of those guys are journalists.
Well,
I
like
honestly
Nick
think
Shirley,
your work has to be for sale or at least picked up for free. You have to
right,
have some recognition as being some kind of voice in the industry, not just I'm a fucking journalist because I got 1,800.
Well, in Nick Shirley's case, what he's done was by other news sources, so he could be, he would be what you consider freelance. I only say that
He's an
because
independent journalist.
an independent journalist or freelance.
Right.
Yeah.
Lon, you're right. I mean, you could be considered that.
And he's not been published. He might have to be an independent journalist for 10 years before he's actually published by someone else.
Yeah,
It doesn't stop him from being an independent journalist.
That guy's stuff is being reproduced on different news organizations, not just Fox.
Right. Yeah, because
it is being reproduced in different news organizations because they're discussing what's going on. Of course, they're doing it mostly. The other channels are doing it to criticize him. This is what it is, but they show it anyway. Other ones just talk about him in some negative frame of mind. And dude, he's just somebody that's showing up at an address that's listed where a business is supposed to be, checking it out.
And that's what investigative journalism used to be about. But
so instead of focusing on a fraud, you're focusing on the guy walking around with a camera. I mean, it's fucking crazy.
It's all about your narrative. That was my advocacy. That's my devil's advocacy. Because if they're saying stuff you like, they're a journalist. If they're not saying stuff you don't like, not you personally. I'm saying in general.
That guy could be the most illegitimate. He could be the most illegitimate creeper, National Enquirer type, make it up as you go along kind of guy. The bottom line, that doesn't matter. It's the story. It's what was found. We're talking about billions of dollars in fraud. $9 billion. That's a lot of effing dough for a state that can't tie its own shoes. I mean, I'm just saying it's crazy.
And
That's the story, not whether this guy should have been filmed or not.
Well, and the difference is the approach. He did it as an investigative, independent journalist or social media influencer. Whereas John Lemon is trying to use the journalism because he was at one time a reporter or part of a news.
Then he got fired
for his reason to be part of a protest.
Right.
It's okay to report the news, but it's not okay to be part of the news, and that's the difference.
But Mike,
John Lemon became part of the news when he
has a political angle. But I mean, that guy wasn't reporting from a political angle. He was reporting what was plainly right in front of him.
Yeah,
it was an empty building.
You're right, Lon. You're right.
This city or state or whatever for millions of dollars a year for kids that weren't
depending on.
But he does have a viewpoint. He does have a viewpoint. Nick Shirley has a viewpoint. If you watch
of course he does.
Channel, he has a very right-leaning viewpoint, and that's why he went there. That's why a bunch of liberal YouTubers didn't go there looking into it because they're too busy chasing around ICE or whatever they hate about Trump.
Right, yeah, whatever.
You know what I mean? So they have a bias.
I understand what you're saying about him having, and he does, but I don't care. I don't care if he's a Looney Tune. I don't care if he stands there wetting his pants while he's reporting the story. It's not about him. It's about what they saw. He didn't make anything up. That was, it was a Leering Center. The fucking sign was right there in the scam. It was just a front.
He didn't violate the First Amendment freedom of religion thing like Don Lemon.
No, I agree with that. I don't agree with that, by the way. That's bullshit. Yeah. Going to a church, a mosque, a synagogue, whatever. You can't go in and disrupt a church. And it's absolutely unacceptable, behavior.
And federally and illegal. By the way, you just
it's unacceptable. So societally unacceptable. Even if it wasn't illegal, it's still unacceptable. It's absolutely wrong. And it's private property, so you're trespassing anyway. So you're already breaking the law, even if there wasn't a secondary law.
I don't understand.
You're already trespassing.
Who you're planning on winning over by doing something like that? Images of one woman was so scared she ran out of the building, fell down the stairs, and broke her arm. One of the patrons, one of the parishioners. Children sitting there crying on camera on the news. Who are you winning over with this protest? to your side, you dumbasses. Fucking, they're
People that-
white. They're white. They have a couple of dollars and they go to a nice church, so they're white supremacists. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, by definition. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, you know, I
Yeah.
didn't say they weren't.
Well,
we-
You just can't assume. You know,
mhm.
you know, the reason they
that's
go to
not
that.
the American way. You don't assume about people. You have to have proof. You know,
Yeah.
and these people we're all Nazis or this and that and that. Oh, in what way? Well, because you are. Well, you know, explain them.
Gavel down.
Burn.
Guilty. Because I say so. No, I mean I get it. My overall point is just how lacking in direction that people are now. They just can be just blown any direction. When you got some teenage kid that'll go join Al Qaeda and shit. Some kid from Minnesota, flew on the other side of the world to join Al Qaeda. It's like spend all his college money to fly over and try to join Al Qaeda. There's a fundamental problem with your society.
Yeah, and that happened.
You know what I mean?
That happened like 10 years ago or so.
Yeah.
It just shows you how long.
I don't know. There's 340 million people in this country. There's going to be just fucking disaffected lunatics. I mean, it's just a percentage. They're just going to be. You know, there's just people that feel like, you know, the whole world universe doesn't understand what it's like to be that person, and then they develop this fucking crazy world that they live in, and then they do shit like that. You know, how about the teenage girls that went overseas because they wanted to become wives and assault it, and they got one ended up dead. The other one made it back. What's that?
Yeah. Well, I'm about to Al Qaeda out of here, so it's been 3 hours.
Yeah,
okay. Well, thank you.
I'm out of here too. I'm gonna finish watching the fight.
Well, it's about that time.
All right, that's
Art's leaving. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
12 people. Everybody say bye to the 12 people in the chat too.
Bye.
Yeah, like 20. Yeah, almost 30. I think for a minute there.
Yeah, you did. Good job, Bill.
No, it was up to 30. It was ridiculous. I don't know what it was. Maybe we were getting spammed. It was like 30. Okay, well, just would you wait
How dare you?
Would you wait a moment? Hold on. I got it. There it is.
Well,
All right.
it's time to say goodbye to Bill and all the tribe. Thank you all for coming, and we hope you will subscribe. You're all invited back next week to watch another show. We're all drunk and tired, so we're gonna have to go.
Get out, Art. No, I was kidding.
Y'all come back now.
This has been a Bill Ways presentation.